What, you thought I wasn't going to go live? I told you I was going to go live. You know who I be? It's me, Brian B. And we back at it. We just had something happen, y'all. As you can see, I got screens on the screen with the screens in between. And we going to talk about the Royal Rumble. That's right. It's time to recap the Royal Rumble as well as Monday Night Raw because we on the road to Wrestle MANIA! It's your boy Brian B. Check it out. We doing this. Y'all caught your boy in a good day because I feel great up in here. Yo, if you don't know what we got on the screen today, you ain't been watching the show because we got returning guests coming back on. And we might have another one coming back on. But she battling her a Wi-Fi connection or whatever the fuck is going on with her. Yo, what's good? We got my boy DJ Steady from the Who They Want podcast. What up, Steady?
Yes, sir. What's good, everybody? Nice to be back in the building. You already know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, of course, coming in at 185 pounds. Am I close? I don't fucking know. I'll be a horrible announcer. I'll fuck everybody information up. But we got the American prodigy himself, Mr. Warren Marlowe.
Hey.
That's right.
I love it.
What up, Warren?
195.
Damn, I was close.
He was
I was
very
close on that shit. Yo, thank you guys.
Very proud of that 195 right now.
There you go, killing it, bro. Yo, thank you guys so much for coming on. We're going to recap the Royal Rumble and discuss, the introduction to WrestleMania. We about to head to Mania. That shit's coming by super fast every year now. But guys, as you know, we do have a sponsor on the Beeline now, and I want to go ahead and share that with you. So check it out. People, check out these amazing promotions that we have this week on the Beeline Entertainment, LLC. And if you're interested in promoting on our shows, we want to see it. We know you have amazing content. Just hit us up. Send us a message. We there. Check it out. People, the Beeline Entertainment, LLC is proudly sponsored by Round Guys Brewing Company. That's right. Get amazing crafted beers shipped straight to you. Round Guys Brewing Company. Check them out today at the link below. People, check out my man Philly D on the I'm Telling You podcast. Head on over to YouTube and subscribe today. It's a great show. I'm telling you.
He said it.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the only one. 'Cause there's something special about you.
For that ass. People, for an all-new celebrity edition of the Beeline Web Show this Thursday, we have from the movie The Godfather and so much more. We're going to get to know this great man today, Mr. Gianni Russo. That's right, baby. What's going on, Mr. Russo?
Wow, you sure you haven't? Were you an announcer in Fight Time or something?
Listen. Yes. Thank you guys so much. Yo, it's been an amazing year so far, man. I cannot complain at all, man. Wrestling is one of the things that we're doing. How you guys feeling, man?
Fantastic.
Sore.
yeah, Warren been wrestling it up today, talking shit on the commission talks, baby. That's right. I know y'all checking out the commission talk. He does a great job on there, man. It's awesome. You guys came together to shield and unite. I love it, man. I love it, bro. But guys, so we just had the
podcast.
We just had the Royal Rumble on, and let's go ahead and go around the room real quick and just get everybody's thoughts on it. Was y'all liking it? Start with Warren.
Storytelling wise, one of the best ones they've had in a long time.
Got you. Okay. Ooh, I'm surprised to hear that response right there. How about you, Said? How you was feeling it, man?
I definitely felt the energy was real. Like I said, and I blogged right after. This is definitely the best one I've seen in a very long time.
Okay. All right. Oh shit, Debbie, y'all got me on the spot now. I feel bad a little bit. Listen, I went into this Royal Rumble with high hopes. I was really like, damn, it's gonna be the best Royal Rumble I ever watched. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't feel it as much as I thought I was going to, man. I felt like it was very rushed. I felt like there was a lot of dynamic to it that really could have been in it. But we're gonna talk about it. But I don't know. I liked it. I didn't think it was bad, but I just wasn't as into it as I thought I was gonna be. Yeah, man. I mean, it was definitely good. It was good. It was no doubt about it. It was good. Good Rumble. But I think it was kind of predictable. If that's a better way of saying it. A little bit. Let's say that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like who won was gonna win, and you knew it, and we all knew it, and even our prediction shows announced it immediately. But yeah. But we're gonna talk about it today. We are on the road to WrestleMania. We're really seeing that start to play out. If you're a wrestling fan, you kind of start to see between the cracks or whatever. Let me ask you guys this to start off. All right, listen. I don't know if y'all like me. We had the whole thing with Triple H coming in, and he fucking revamped the whole game. That much needed revamp as well. Are y'all like me? I don't know the inside politics. I don't know what's really going on. But ever since I've heard the name Vince McMahon come back around, I don't know why. I feel like shit's going back to the Vinnie Mac kind of way. I don't know, man. Y'all feeling it too? What y'all thinking?
I mean, to him, that's father-in-law, which he's already been a part of the fam. So it kind of maybe make him turn it down a few notches, but I don't really see it like a big change.
Yeah. How about you, Warren? You seeing it kind of going back? I'm ready. Let's go.
No.
Let's go.
No, absolutely
you don't?
Not. If anybody watched the Rumble, you could tell that Vince had no hands in this match at all because one, Brock Lesnar would have been in a lot longer than he was. Bobby would have been eliminated before Brock. And the one thing I got to say regarding the Rumble itself, the men's per se, homegrown talent and not only that, everyone got a showcasing moment in that Rumble, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the only reason why Vince is there, and I've said it on thousands of shows now, and I'll just keep unrobot mode with it, he's there just to sell TV rights deals. That's it.
Listen,
he's only there to literally help out spots that Stephanie needed help because Stephanie had to have major surgery on her ankle, and she wasn't fully invested in it. This anyways, because Stephanie was almost one way out when Triple H was healthy enough to actually be able to work again. So she wanted to be more of a mom. Vince's scandal got into this, and that's where everything got changed and transitioned in. So it's just to sell TV rights deals to keep networks following with WWE. If anybody doesn't remember, Fox lost a lot of money last year just on WWE as a whole itself. So it's just to get those ratings and TV rights.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, y'all. I mean, I hear that as far as the technicality shit, but Vince McMahon is Vince McMahon. Let's not forget,
he's a businessman, man. That's really what he is.
But he's also a control-hungry, fucking powerful man as well. So I mean, and like I said, this is just from us knowing him over the years, knowing the stories, knowing that So it's like I don't really know. I'm teasing when I'm saying like, damn, it feels like Vince is back, and it seems like shit is going, because when Triple H jumped in, there was a dynamic turn. Like there was no disputing it. The whole product felt refreshed. But then it's like recently, it's been kind of going back to the. What happened?
Gunther wouldn't have been your final two if Vince was in there.
Well,
Vince doesn't like overseas guys.
Yeah, Warren just be jumping right over all.
I'm just telling you, like, booking standpoints, Vince does not like overseas talent. Period.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I don't know, but it just definitely does feel like it's starting to. I don't know. I hope not. I hope I'm fucking wrong, completely wrong. But it did feel very
dirt sheet people.
You said on the dirt sheet people? Nah. I'm definitely not dirt sheet people, but I'm saying
I know.
people like to act like people like to act like the what culture guys, and those guys aren't fucking truthful in what they're saying. You can talk about Dave Meltzer as much as he wants. He is not in the ring. He's not this. That motherfucker got some knowledge and some experience of what he's talking about. There's no
He
doubt
does,
about it.
but that also gets him in trouble as well.
Yeah,
So
I mean, but you have to. But if he doesn't express his knowledge, I mean, yeah, he might have something from a source, but that doesn't everybody. I mean, unless you're just involved in the product, like you have to speculate, you have to gather information. That's regular reporting. But I mean, whatever. We talking about other shit,
Right? We're going on the inside trade.
we're all intel. So I mean, that's the best thing about wrestling. Wrestling could
Yeah.
be anything that you want it to be, and I've said
Yeah,
that every
yeah.
single time.
Yeah, I mean, for what it is. Like I said, I just felt like it was kind of rushed. We're going to go ahead and jump into the beginning. You had it wasn't that many matches on the card, only a couple of matches. That's normal for a Royal Rumble. What I was surprised just to start off, the Rumble started off with the men's Rumble first, man. I'm not used to that. I definitely thought like we were going to have even maybe the championship match on first. They've done that in the past, especially with like Brock Lesnar and shit like that when he had the belt. But what was y'all feeling about the men's Royal Rumble? Did y'all like the outcome and how it turned out and everything like that?
I'm gonna go with what Warren was saying real quick though about that. Like a lot of them didn't get as much time as they should have gotten. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we watch Booker come do the spinner Rooney and then quickly get tossed over the rope. You know what I'm saying?
Out of there.
You feel me? I watched my boy Edge return, and of course Judgment Day got him up out of there. And then they kind of technically didn't throw Kofi that lifeline because it was like 1 minute. It was like, well, his foot was still above the chair, and then they just quickly like, you know what? He's disqualified. Don't even.
Yeah, I think that was He tried it. He tried. That's the second. This is like I think the second year in a row that he tried. Last year he tried to jump onto the barricade, but his feet touched before he was able to do it. And then this year he was trying to jump on the chair, and Zabe was trying to help him, but he tried. It was
his
cool.
foot didn't touch the floor.
Yeah. That really.
He just rolled on the chair, but the spot that he was trying to do, he was trying to jump fully on the chair, leap from in the ring to the chair. He's done it plenty of times. It's just it was a slip up.
Yeah, it happened. I mean, we knew he wasn't going to win the fucking thing anyway, but I think when Kofi and Zabe, I'm not going to lie, when Kofi and Zabe squared off though, I was like, oh shit. I was ready to see it though. I ain't going to lie. I was ready to see it. I love them as a team. Like, I don't care if you never break the New Day up. I love them, but I'm not gonna lie, it was interesting. It was interesting.
That's been such a transcending thing. It would just be weird. Unless if they're going to do something, if Big E ever comes back, I could see something with that, but they keep it, man. They're loving guys. They love each other. They're like brothers to each other. So, I mean, it's just a real good entertainment thing.
Yeah, they're great, man. I definitely hope Big E comes back, and I hope when Big E does come back, I do hope he just jumps back with the New Day, man. I think it was such a good dynamic when they split them up. I mean, I'm glad that Big E was able to get his push, but I like their energy together, man. They just go together.
It had something special and captivating.
Well, how'd y'all feel about the reaction when Xavier was on Kofi? And it looked like he was about to do a sunset flip on him. Fans got out of their seats because they thought they were going to do it. Then they just rolled over and started smacking on the butt.
To his ass. Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm not gonna. I was one of the people who was like, when I saw them square off,
they're playing drums on butts.
Like, this is the moment. This is it,
bruh. I'm telling you, I was ready to see him go down for a minute because you got to. It's always those teams. You know, when teams don't be lasting long in WWE for one thing. But then when you see them, it's like you haven't. When have you seen Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston fight? Some new shit to me, like. So
it was a long time.
But that was a good spot. As far as the men's Royal Rumble, this is what I called out. We're talking about it right now. To me, this was a fucking tag team Rumble, man. Did y'all notice how many tag teams was in this damn Rumble?
Everybody did unify quickly. Like,
really?
Because you had your boy, the birthday boy, come out, and Sheamus uniting with his crew, and they held it for like the longest. I was actually kind of cheering for them, and then I wanted to see them kind of turn that right. Like, I wanted to see them two turn against each other. Him and Drew McIntyre was like, that energy was like, they're gonna clear enough, and then they're gonna go 1-on-1. But then it was just it didn't go that way. And then of course once Judgment Day kind of got there, it kind of was like, here we go, and it just kind of went down for a minute, but then that energy came back up. I really wanted Edge to get I'm an Edge fan, so I kind of wanted him to have a little more time than a quick return, get him out.
I thought his was pretty impactful just because now they've got them to have that Rhea problem. Beth come out, spear of Rhea, that kind of like transcended, like, okay, now they got a one up on Judgment Day. And that was something I liked about that, because that story is still fully there. And I love the fact that they've done something with it, because you remember when they did the Judgment Day, that was Edge's idea fully. And then they wanted to get in creative, talking about, hey, we wanted like a paranormal type tag team. I'm glad they went away from that, because Edge was so against that. So against it. That was just like, okay, no, don't do that. But I do agree with y'all. I looking back, nobody acknowledged that on commission talks today. Looking back, there was way too many tag teams in that daggum Rumble. So it gave an opportunity. But like I said, the one thing I loved about it was everyone had like a fantasy type booking standpoint when it comes to like possible matches coming up. You had Gunther and Brock Lesnar for a second. You had Gunther and Braun Strowman for a moment. You had Gunther and freaking Bobby Lashley for a second. Obviously, you knew when Bobby I knew for a fact when Lesnar or Bobby went out, the next person was next. And those two were going to just focus on each other. I love the fact how the reaction was when Gunther and Brock stood face to face for that quick second. That was actually one of the biggest pops they gave in that Rumble at that second. Okay. And then Bobby comes out. They change it up a little bit. And Gunther and Bobby and Brock and the one thing I did like about both of those guys coming out, everyone did have moments where everyone put hands on each other to a certain extent. And then obviously cleared out Bobby and Brock were going against each other. And which was crazy. They made Bobby look so much stronger than Brock in this Rumble. That was the part I thought was shocking. That's how I tell you Vince McMahon does not have any hand into this, because Vince's boy right now, Brock Lesnar, was like how Andre was to Vince. Like that is like his pride and precious. If you look at it, look who the first person he defeated in the first heavyweight championship match and stuff like that. Like that is Vince's dude.
And he defeated the Undertaker streak, right?
Oh, exactly. That which is still crazy to this day. Richard Coxwell, hey man, thank you so much for watching. We're gonna definitely get to the bloodline. That's a big conversation. We're gonna work our way down there. But so we're gonna definitely talk about it. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, brother. But so like you guys are saying, man, I definitely noticed that like it was just as as a whole. Let's go ahead and go from the list here. I got the list here. So at number 1, you had Gunther. Number 2 was Sheamus. Number 3, it was
Great
Miz.
stuff. Great.
You had that was. I'll tell you right now, I even stepped up for that because those two.
I was at work, and the only thing that was spoiled because you tagged me at Facebook.
Oh yeah, I tagged you.
I was like, yo, man. I couldn't. And the sad thing is, man, with Peacock, I couldn't watch it after I got off of work. I had to literally get up early the next morning just to watch it. I was so irritated with that.
Yeah, Peacock. Yeah, fix your shit, yo, because sometimes you can't be there.
Oh my gosh, I was so mad.
They make you wait until it's over to
as many people I have connected with me too. So it is not easy for me to just go like, you know what, I'm turning my phone off so I don't have anything spoiled. I did have the Rumble, who won the Rumble spoiled. I kind of already had a feeling that was going to happen, but it was like, I got to cut my phone off.
Yeah, for sure.
Woke up at 6:00 that morning after getting off I think it was like at 4:30 that morning. Woke up at 6 just so I could watch the Rumble, so it did not get spoiled.
No, definitely. But we had we had Kofi Kingston at number 4, Johnny Gargano at number 5. You had Xavier Woods at 6. Karrion Kross is another guy. I don't know what the fuck they brought him back. Hold up, we got Raven. Raven's on. Let me see if Raven's Raven been fighting us all night with the what's it called? Let's see. Ray, what's up, Ray? We all good? See if we can get on with us. Raven's been having some internet issues. Raven's our tag team partner over here in the Beeline. She might be. Yeah, she got Raven's had a bad night, man. I hope that she gets everything worked out. But then we had Karrion Kross. We had Chad Gable, tag team. Drew
Bro.
McIntyre, he's damn tag team now. It's all right, Ray. We see you, bro. But then you had the Bang Bros. But then you had Santos Escobar, Angelo Dawkins, Brock Lesnar at number 12, Bobby Lashley at 13, Baron Corbin, Seth Rollins at 15. That was my pick right there. I wanted Seth to win that shit. Otis, Rey Mysterio. And they said Rey Mysterio never came to the ring. Is that true?
Yeah, Judgment Day. You know, that's when Dominic came, he had the mask on.
That's because Ray was hurt the show prior.
That's okay. You want to know something? Just to stop on that number real quick. I was wondering, because I remember Dominic did come out with the mask, but I didn't put together. I don't know if I just wasn't paying attention or I missed something. Because I was saying to myself, who the fuck threw Ray out? Because I didn't remember who threw Rey Mysterio out. I didn't realize that Dominic was implemented like saying I beat his ass in the back lane. Come on, they're definitely doing him and Ray at Mania, man. There's no
definitely. This is going to be that match right there itself. They ain't going to have to do too much. They're just going to want to see Ray just suck up the pride and beat up your child.
Beat his ass. They did the same. That's the same thing that they did with Undertaker and Kane, though. Undertaker didn't want to fight Kane at the beginning, and then they, finally just built up, and he was like, "Fuck it, I'm kicking his ass. I'm done with this nice shit." But you had Rey Mysterio 17, Dominic Mysterio 18, Elias. Fucking waste a number. I'm sorry, Elias. They wasted a number on your ass. All you did was fuck up my man.
Yeah, hit somebody with a guitar.
Yeah, he hit Gunther with the guitar and cut up his back and shit, man. That was crazy. But you had Finn Balor at 20. Booker T came back and gave us a spin-a-rooney. He was like the only what's it called? The damn night, basically, man. Besides Seth, besides Beth and Edge. I mean, if you want to call that. You had Damon Priest 22, Montez Ford, Edge, Austin Theory, Omos, Braun Strowman, Ricochet, Logan Paul. All right, I see my finger on Logan Paul, right?
I like another highlight.
Cody Rhodes. Yo, listen, bro. I'm sorry to say
I was shocked on the Logan Paul one. I didn't expect 29 for him.
I forgot about him. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even thinking.
He was still pretty newly hurt, so it's like I didn't want to be ready yet. I thought maybe Elimination Chamber he'll pop up to something.
Yeah.
But
let me tell y'all something, man. I know a lot of people don't like Logan Paul. I get it. Apparently he's an asshole. I didn't follow him before the wrestling shit, really. No, before the Mayweather shit. But that motherfucker's amazing, bro. Yo, hate him all you want. He is phenomenal. He's a talented ass athlete, and he knows how to get heat. He knows how to work the camera. He knows how to play it. I'm down with Logan Paul, bro. No, he's
not a baby face.
He's not a babyface because of his persona, though. I'll be real with you. I can see him standing in the crowd and winning the crowd over. And people like the guy. I mean, he's popular as shit, man.
People listen to his podcast every single week. He's the number one podcaster out there, which is kind of crazy to say. But it's like Logan Paul. This dude is becoming from a celebrity to doing one-offs that we've all been like, obviously in my background, we're looking at him like, oh, you didn't go from what we went through to get there. You came off of being a popular YouTube sensation to get there. Yeah. And I tell people all the time, he just done it smarter. Like he has done something and he's literally delivered every single time. Every match that he's done, you've talked about, regardless. He wasn't in the Rumble long, but you still talked about him because of the impact he did.
Bingo, he did.
His moment. He's making a moment.
The clash with Ricochet. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That was one of the biggest parts of that's the one I see more than anything else on the actual on social media.
Imagine talking about Logan Paul versus Ricochet.
Right.
I mean, it would be
if they let Ricochet be Ricochet.
Yeah.
Triple H lets him be like how we know he can be. That would be one of your matches that you would really like to watch.
Yeah, because that whole Braun Strowman, him tagging with him shit, I'm fucking over it. At this point, I think you have enough tag teams that you don't really need to make tag teams with you don't got to put these guys together.
They're trying to showcase new things because with the unified titles, all that's about to be squashed again. So we got to get the presentation to get these titles, the acknowledgments of what we need to bring. Obviously, we got Raw and SmackDown. And when you talk about, there is tons of tag teams now, which is kind of crazy because they used to not have any tag teams.
Yeah.
And it's
For
like
real.
a different type of season every transition with it. So, I mean, I'm not totally mad with it. I think it helps build more storylines. Obviously, I think the Ricochet was not a much planned at first. Just the fact that, because you remember how Ricochet reacted to something on social media regarding what Braun said about big men from little guys. So I think that was just an organic thing. They're like, hey, let's pair these two up because we got this tournament that we wanted to have. And obviously we saw that Sheamus and Drew got kicked out because of them being attacked or something like that. And they brought guys in and it's actually clicked. The fans have been behind it. So, I mean, the fans love Braun Strowman. That is one freak of nature. That guy is humongously big and muscular as can be.
Braun is boring shit to me, bro. Sorry, Braun. I'm going to be honest with you, though.
Well, that old...
I'm not feeling
It's like
Braun,
that one
yo.
bouncer that just got that one, like, he's just good at tossing people out. So, of course, you're going to
you're just big. Like, I get it. Like, I mean,
the 300-pound Ryback now.
I like Ryback more than I fuck with Braun. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, yo.
Feed me more.
Yo, come on, let's be real.
Constantly.
Yo, when Ryback first came on the scene, let's be honest, yo. That feed me more shit. He came up.
He was dominant.
He was fucking shit. I was like, who is this guy?
He was definitely a hit for that year.
He was
he was the most talked about guy.
Yeah, he was a beast, man.
Jericho wanted to face him before Fandango.
Finish it. Yo, listen, I was fucking with Ryback, bro. I didn't want to hear it. But then he got to that, I don't like bullies. And shut up. Anyway, if you're a big dude, just be a big dude.
That's what LeBron did. Remember with Strange?
LeBron was fucking, get these hands. This is my thing with Braun. I don't know why, but Braun got like a bad reputation, at least from what I've seen outside of the ring, man. He always is talking shit to somebody. Like, he's like one of those kind of arrogant dudes outside
He's like an old school wrestler, man. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. It's like an old school genre wrestler. Like all the newer guys, they got their CrossFit, they got their streaming games and stuff like that.
I mean, my pink cup I got over there. I'm over here drinking out my girl's cup. I couldn't find my shit. I was like, it's making it work. I don't give a fuck. I'm on a live too. I don't care. Yo, your boy Brian V. I don't care. But but the Royal Rumble was. It was a tag team rumble to me, man. It was a lot of people in it. I was missing the legend factor. I always love those pops where you get those guys, Doink the Clown, and people come in.
Fans would have got mad about it.
Yeah, I think you should have 5 slots just for like the old timers, so you can get that pop.
I agree.
Nostalgia. At least
I
5.
think everything was last minute because they held off on the Rock standpoint for as long as they wanted. Rock let them know at the beginning of the way before the beginning of the year that he probably would not be able to do it because of XFL coming in town, him getting that set up and everything like that. Like Rock is still busy. Yes, he got crapped on about Black Adam, but this dude is very ridiculously busy.
Black Adam. Oh, you mean because James Gunn is revising everything?
Oh, I love the movie, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Black Adam wasn't bad. It was really
but
good.
It's like I think Triple H was really hoping Rock would have made that decision to be like, hey, I'll be here. Because now he might be at Mania, but it's like you had that spot. You had that chance.
You missed the moment when the firecracker was lit to kind of open it up.
Like, I think the fans are still, regardless if Rock ever shows up, fans are going to love it forever. But this was that one where we were all like, the graphics, everything, it just kind of all entitled to it. And they knew that too. And they were just hoping Rock would have dropped with his schedule and showed up because he was in Texas. Nobody knew that. Rock was in Texas doing the XFL thing.
I think that if the Rock coming out at this point, I don't think the Rock's needed right now. I'll be honest with you. I love the Rock. I would like to see him and stuff like that, but I don't think there's a place for him. There's a time for the Rock and Roman. I definitely don't think it's with Roman with the belts. I think Roman's got to drop those titles. I think he's got to become fucking mad because he dropped those titles and become a dominant force and just unstoppable. And then the Rock comes in, and I think maybe a SummerSlam. I think SummerSlam is the perfect opportunity to get Rock and Roman on some we're
Get more
battling
of that
for the
electrifying Rock moment.
you
right?
feel me? Yeah, like and build that shit. Even if he comes out at
But
Mania and they build it, to what's it
WrestleMania,
called?
Hollywood, home.
Come
That's the
out
neck
at
of the woods for
WrestleMania.
Rock now.
Yeah.
That's the
what
same
I'm
thing
saying.
with Cena. Those are their,
Yeah,
if we really want to be real, those are their legit homes right now.
Yeah, that's
Rock
yeah,
is probably
for
the
sure.
biggest transcender out of overall anything right now. Honestly,
Yeah.
Cena, he's getting there. Hell, you could even brought Batista and try to done something with him just because it's WrestleMania Hollywood. Like it gives that type of genre. And that's one thing I like about with Logan Paul. Logan Paul brings Hollywood to WWE now. And
He's the new Miz, right?
different.
Like he's like the new Miz.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think even bigger than Miz, but yeah, exactly the same kind of way. Yeah, because Logan Paul,
like the Marine 50.
I mean, Miz be doing it though. The one thing you can constantly say about the Miz is
He's got
he
one hot ass wife. That's all we got.
Man, yeah, Maurice is fine as fuck. But he always shows up. He always shows up. I gotta repeat myself 400 times when I was talking to Warren because they're fucking. I'm gonna get it out, damn it. He always shows up and like and delivers, man. That's the one thing about the Miz, because remember, he was the reality star dude too, and everybody felt the same way, dropping chicken in Chris Benoit's bag and putting them in the bathroom and shit. But he came out and he used every bit of fucking ammunition that he had, and he puts it on that microphone and he delivers fire every time. The Miz is fucking phenomenal, bro. I always give him his dues. But like I'm saying, with Logan Paul, I think just the strength that Logan Paul, he's just a natural athlete, man. He's fucking phenomenal. I don't see him being on some big caliber just because I don't think he's that kind of charismatic kind of person. But I could definitely see him being a big draw, like every now and then, like kind of like a Ronda Rousey. But Ronda, I don't got fucking no words for Ronda Rousey.
No.
If they fired her, I wouldn't even miss her. She's so arrogant. It's so fucking aggravating. Kind of.
Most UFC people are.
Nah, that's not true. I know a lot of the UFC dudes. Usually they're really humble and respectable because they're fighters. They don't have shit to prove. And that's what you'll hear when you talk to these guys who do like the interviews and stuff with the UFC. They're very docile because they have such an aggressive way of releasing with fighting. Like it's real fucking fighting. Like, there's no getting, and you'll find these guys, some of them take ayahuasca, all that shit with it. They really dive deep.
So that explains what Brock Lesnar did when he was pissed about being thrown out, right?
No, Brock is a different beast, yo. Brock is fucking crazy.
I tell you right now,
crazy white boy right there, man.
I think UFC wouldn't even be messing with that man, honestly. Like Brock came in there and dominated. After that one fight with Frank Mir and he lost, Brock said, "I dropped my entire schedule and let's go again."
Yeah, Brock is he's a whole nother animal, man. Brock Lesnar, I don't think there's ever going to be another fucking Brock Lesnar. No. He's like the real life Terminator. Like, fucking. Remember when Brock first came, with Paul Heyman? And
we used the reference talks. Brock Lesnar is a legit bear.
He is. He's a beast, man. He's definitely a fucking beast. But he's fun, and I'll be real with you right now. I don't think WWE needs Brock Lesnar right now. I think WWE has a perfect opportunity to take people that haven't been shining and let them shine. I don't think you need. I think that, roster. Yeah, for real. I like we said, we was talking. Damn, I got a whole new panel here. The last time we had our prediction show, we were talking about LA Knight. LA Knight is fucking phenomenal, man. That guy. He's older. That's the only thing that sucks because he's older, and that's just nature. You can't fucking fight time. But he is so good, man.
Damn, you're 40.
Yo, for real.
AJ Styles.
AJ too.
We sound like a bunch of people on fantasy football. Damn it. You just had to turn 37 today.
I'm telling you, bro, you can't fight. You know what I'm saying? It just happens, bro. Like, Randy Orton, he's still fit, but after a while, man, the fucking, machine.
You ain't as good as you once was, son. You ain't as good as you was.
That dude, LA Knight on the mic, bro. I was sitting there telling, the other show we did, I was like, because Warren, you remember Dre had said it, and I kind of scoffed at him a little bit. He said, "Yo, LA Knight reminds me of The Rock a little bit," and I was like, "What?" But I'm telling you right now, he has that same kind of deliverance, bro. I said Ric Flair when he did that promo before Rumble on Raw. He reminded me of fucking Ric Flair. When he was talking, he said, "Oh, dude, yeah, bro." I'm sitting there like, this guy is one of them attitude era fucking wrestlers.
Remind me of Rick
He
Rude.
he is phenomenal, bro. He is absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I think that right now where we're at, the Rumble was interesting. It was very rushed. I felt maybe it was just me. Cody won. You know, newsflash. You know, how'd y'all feel about Cody winning, man?
I was happy. I
Yeah.
thought it was perfect because the reason why I was mad at first when he came at number 30, just because as a good guy persona, it kind of seems like you're handed it for a little bit.
Yeah,
and
does.
The fact that doesn't seem
Very
like
true.
you earned it when you say, "Hey, I just went through 29 other men," when you literally just popped in at 30. But
Maybe like 7.
Gunther beat the living tar out of Cody for that
He
good
did.
solid 12 minutes. Cody
Yeah.
earned that match, in my opinion. And, you know, just from my personal business regarding with Cody and stuff, like Cody he proved that you can go from outside of WWE and succeed. And not only that, build yourself up to being like a John Cena caliber guy, coming back to WWE and making the biggest headlines that has happened in WWE in a long time due to AEW. All these guys from AEW were leaving WWE, going to AEW, getting mistreated and everything. Vince and them never responded. Brian agrees with us. We never responded. We never made any shots. The number one shot you did, you brought the American Nightmare to WrestleMania, let him almost headline it and steal the damn show. Except you had Stone Cold Steve Austin on the card at the same time. So there's a little of a draw right there. But you had this man come in there, steal the show, and he has been giving you bangers every single time he's been in that ring. And since he's been back.
Yeah. How you feel, Stead? How you feel about Cody winning, bro?
I'm the same way with it because it was a tough fight. It was a fight. It was a tooth and nail. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting on him because again, we're still looking at him coming back from the torn pec injury. So you're trying to see what shape is he really truly in, and you seen Gunther kind of play on that whole thing of like you may be back, but I'm gonna still use that as a weakness card. But he gave it his all, and I feel like respectfully he won it, like because of the tooth and nail fight. You know what I'm saying, in that position. And it kind of got him out of, again, that whole, this is Dusty Rhodes' son, like you say, building that whole entire independent streak of him just saying, I'm just Cody Rhodes. Yes, that's my dad, true enough, but I'm not him. I'm my own individual wrestler. And it was phenomenal.
I definitely agree. I agree. Look at me. Like I'm fucking, I'm the devil's advocate and shit. I agree. I definitely think. I think that Cody won. It was the right decision to make, of course. He's come back, he's fought, he's fighting to come back and everything like that. I'm gonna be honest, it was not my choice, man. And even I'll be even further honest. My choice, honestly, was my choice by default. It was the best thing that I could see with what I had to work with. I like Cody. I think Cody was great. I think Cody should have won the Rumble because of the what's been built up. He is the American Nightmare. He did, like you said, Warren, go and fucking not only make a name for himself, but actually make the Indies a name. Simply, I'm telling you right now, Cody Rhodes is the reason why I know what fucking independent wrestling is. I'm not gonna lie.
It's crazy. You live in Atlanta and there's independent wrestling everywhere.
And you want to know something? I say that, but it's like this is what I mean by it. Let me because you're absolutely right. Because I used to work with somebody who actually was taking me to those independent shows, and I met a lot of people in the independent scene. But this is what I mean by that: the independent scene, to where you're seeing the importance of needing that to work your way up to the WWE and the AEWs and shit. Because I was watching those guys wrestle in gyms. Like, oh, these are guys who like wrestling. They started their own shit. I didn't realize, as a wrestling fan my whole life, watching WWE, WCW, all that shit with ECW, I didn't realize these guys start from here to OVW to FMW, all that stuff, until Cody Rhodes, until like these guys coming in, CM Punk and some Samoa Joes, AJ Styles, and seeing these guys work from the fucking bottom to all the way in this industry, bro. Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I respect Cody for that. I like Cody a lot. I don't think people really pay attention that he's Dusty Rhodes' son. if you're not a wrestling fan, somebody who's just watching wrestling, I think that people just like Cody Rhodes. I'll be real with you. Dusty Rhodes is definitely great. He's always been great. He's had so much to do in the wrestling industry. But let's be honest, Dusty Rhodes was never Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
he was never Hulk Hogan. He was never fucking Macho Man. He was never fucking Ultimate Warrior.
right.
He was never Ric Flair. Let's be real.
Jake the
He was
Snake
a
and the
name.
list
I would
can
tell you
go
this:
on.
this genre of wrestling, me
Yeah.
and Brian have talked about this vaguely, very honestly, a lot.
Yeah.
The showman guys that we've been so used to grown to watch for so long. If the '90s era came into this fan base standpoint, I don't think they would have been all Stone Cold and Rock fans because Rock and Austin didn't do all that much.
Yeah.
They just hit. You fell invested into their character.
Right.
Yeah.
And loved every bit of it, which actually I
Yeah.
think they would because you see the reaction that Rock and Austin give if they just touch a building. Like,
Yeah.
Rock has
Their
been teased for-
voices. Yeah. Their
and
voices,
people have
man.
been losing it. So
Yeah.
it's just the fact that, you know, guys
I
like
get what
Chris
you mean,
Jericho
though.
and all those get their more now.
Yeah. Yeah. I know you're absolutely right. And that's why I'm still preaching to this day. The character is what sells these guys. You could be the worst wrestler on the fucking planet. I'll be real with
American
you. Like,
Nightmare.
you know. What? You think
Somebody
he's a bad
said,
wrestler?
I'm just going to say that now. I'm just going to say that.
Don't.
You just said that shit.
That was not going to
yourself.
be American Prodigy for life. I'm just going to say that too.
Oh,
But hey, we're
man.
not getting any further.
Cody. I definitely don't think Cody's a bad wrestler, bro.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Oh,
hell
I
no,
thought
bro.
that's what I thought you were saying for a second. I was like, wait.
I was
what?
talking about idea wise. But
Oh,
hey,
okay.
I'm not going to
Yeah,
say
Cody.
nothing. He got his flowers.
Right.
He's done what he's done. I'm proud of.
Cody's the
But in a list of 5,
2023
are you really going to put him on your team? Type of right.
Oh, absolutely. I've been hit by this dude. Oh, absolutely.
Oh, you wrestled Cody Rhodes?
I've been like around in the ring with him, but that's it. Like when we talk about like respect level, this is why you got nothing but respect. If you're from an independent background, Cody came back from WWE. He could have literally told any promoter, "Hey, I'm not working nowhere less than 1,500 people."
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Cody was at a show that, might I add, was in the middle of nowhere. The inside building was a barn. Barn. 15 people minimum in this venue. Cody was there. Cody gave you a match like how you were just seen on WWE just now.
Yeah. See, that's what it takes, man.
That's how you got
and
respect
breathe.
for this man. Because
Trying to
most
tell you,
guys that
people
come
will-
from that would not have done
People will
any.
remember that shit more than they'll remember the fucking 25,000 stadiums. People will talk about it more. Cody Rhodes was in my town, and then next
Because
thing you
it's
know, they
genuine.
building him up like he's
That was
God.
genuine.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You was all real. Like that moment, you didn't see celebrity, didn't see all that accolades. You just saw like this dude loves wrestling. Pure at heart.
Yeah, man, that's
I'm
phenomenal. Yeah, I didn't know
literally
that. I
seeing
didn't
like
know
a
that
John
Warren.
Cena type thing when I look at Cody. Just the fact that he loves what he's doing.
Yeah, he does.
He loves
does for
it.
sure. No doubt about that. But Cody won, and much power to him. We're going to see what's going on next. I mean, that's one of the things we saw set up. The men's Royal Rumble. You got Cody versus Roman now. It's going to be interesting to see what's going on with that. Another thing that we saw, we were talking. Yeah, you saw the pro. I saw the promo on Raw. I definitely, they're going to put it together. I'm going to see how they put it together. I'm going to see because let me tell you something. I heard somebody say this shit today. What they have going on, the dynamic. I'm trying to keep this so we can talk about each segment, but it's hard because everything kind of runs together. Oh, we'll come back to it. But the other thing they set up on Royal Rumble, Gunther, phenomenal. Gunther, I think they're building him the exact right way. I think they should make him a beast. I'm not just big Braun Strowman type monster. I'm talking about an actual guy.
He's the
who
next
can wrestle,
Lesnar.
bro. Who? Gunther.
You wouldn't want
I
to fight this dude on the street.
I think Gunther has more than just I'm a big guy. I think his thing, that whole ring general, like I'm not only big, but I'm a fucking phenomenal wrestler, and you're not going to come in here and disrespect me. I love that aspect. I don't want another big, Omos, and I don't care about that. I want somebody who's like, I'm a fucking, you know what I'm
You
saying?
can
Like,
use him. You can really use him for all his
You
abilities.
didn't like
and
Omos in the Rumble?
Omos, man, them niggas they're fucking.
They still
boring,
ain't
man.
doing nothing with him, right?
They
Like
not.
he's
It's
Fucking
hard to
9'5".
do something with Omos, but you also got to think, and this is something I've learned from listening to some other podcasts, like what Kofi was talking about, bringing presentation. And I think I told Brian this before. Omos came from legit Nigeria, like literally he first Nigerian wrestler ever out into WWE, and Nigerian fans have followed WWE just because of him. Like they have a big following with these people. And that's one reason why when we talk about all these guys, they have a following outside of the business to keep their credibility inside this big multi-million-dollar company. It brings eyes because Omos, if anybody doesn't remember, was in a movie. It was called The $1 Million Arm. He was in that he was actually that pitcher that they made that documentary on. Even though the guy was not the size of Omos or nothing like him, that's why everybody's like, he wasn't in that movie. They messed up on who they could find as him. They literally said that was the closest they could find to this guy. But yeah, that movie was based off of him. Like this is the following that he got into the business from, just like that, and watching wrestling as a fan. So
gotcha. Yeah, no disrespect to him either. I like the big guys, what they stand for. But like you just said, Stead, it's like they're not really doing too much with these guys anymore, man. You know, it's like if you're taking them, you put them up against Roman, or you're taking them, you put them up against somebody who's credible. But you're gonna keep letting them do squash matches every fucking week, man. I was like, come on, bro. Like then when they did the Braun Strowman and him, it was like, okay, two big dudes. That's always fun, you know what I mean? But what are you going for? Like, are you
like always taking Godzilla and putting Godzilla in Tokyo setting and go, just run the street and stomp on children. Rah, rah, I'm the big dude,
stop being selfish.
Like, damn, do something with this guy. They got a fucking 9-foot guy running around, just stepping into the ring from the fucking mat. He didn't even hitting the ropes. He just stepping into it. I'm like, what are you doing with this guy? Like, it's fun. I mean, you know, like I said, it's fun. Everybody can't beat John Cena. I get it. But it's just, I'm just ready to see Gunther. I think he's a different dynamic. Gunther, I think they're doing the right thing with him. They're making him very prestigious. And I think that's gonna create a effect where you do lose the title. You can see Gunther winning the title.
Oh, he's gonna be in that title picture in not even a year or so.
But like, they do everything with Gunther that they tried to do with Rusev character.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I can definitely see that.
As long as you're an AEW fan, because they really dropped the ball with him on that
with
one.
Miro, right? Yeah, man. I don't know. Rusev
they really dropped the ball with him on that.
He was so talented.
Oh my gosh. When that Rusev Day thing was going off, they should have instantly done something with him on
trying to fucking control everything, and instead of just letting things be organically. And I understand why you can't let everything be organic, but I think that they should have just let rock, man. So listen to the crowd on that one. But yeah, Cody won. We talking about everybody else. But what I was gonna say also, Gunther did phenomenal. But the thing that you saw, you said, Warren, you know, you saw the matchup with Brock and Gunther, and the word on the street is that's what the Mania match is supposed to be. I think that's a fucking bad decision. I think it should be Drew and Sheamus, and Gunther in a three-way for the fucking Intercontinental Championship. I have no idea what
that would be awesome booking. I'm not even mad with that because that's what Sheamus wants. Sheamus wants an title. He's never won that, which is still blasphemy to hear. Like that's Sheamus's number one title. Sheamus don't want the heavyweight title. He wants the Intercontinental Championship.
Only one he's missing. Yeah, man. Yeah, but I think that would be a phenomenal. It'll give something for Drew. It'll give a dynamic that you can play all the way up to Mania with him and Drew. Yeah. I think that would be perfect. You can even do, because they got them doing the what's it called, Warriors, or not the Road Warriors. Damn, fucking off.
I think their name had to be changed because they said adult films were starting to get mad.
Yeah, the Bang Bros. Oh yeah, fucking goofy. But they had. Who were they
imagine what a T-shirt logo looked like.
Fucking one bent over, the other one. It's not what you think. It's not that.
Sheamus's red hair impersonation.
Craziness. Yo, but what the hell? What the fuck is the other guys? What the hell? The this sucks that I can't remember. The Viking Raiders.
The War Raiders?
Yeah. It took a while to get that one out. The name changed so many damn times. I forgot the fucking name of them. And you never see them either. They come out in this random. But yeah, they're supposed to be going after the Viking Raiders. I think that you can have a nice thing all the way up to Mania with them and hit them off at Mania with that 3-way. You need a triple threat for that Intercontinental Championship.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. But they also set up in the Royal Rumble, one of the biggest ones that I'm shocked at, but I'm actually very excited to see it. Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul. You know that's going to be fucking Mania, bro.
Yeah.
That would be the match stealer.
I think so. Is that crazy? Seth versus Logan? Bro.
I've said it numerous times. You know, Logan not only brought like he's really respecting this persona. Like I've been listening to a lot of his podcasts recently and showing like how appreciated he is actually being. Like
Right.
Logan's not in the ring every single week like how everybody else is. And Logan says, you know, I know it rubs off the people the wrong way, so I have to deliver every time that I'm in that ring. And homeboy better start tucking his chin in, or his long existence ain't gonna last that long. But
yeah, he's gonna
that
get hurt,
spot
man.
he did with Ricochet, that's a moment.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's good, man. I like Logan. I'd be scared to say it because I feel like why, but then I think to myself, why am I scared to say it?
There's
I like
not
Logan Paul,
one
man.
bad
I
thing
like
this
him,
dude
yo.
has done in the wrestling ring yet. Period.
In the ring or anywhere else.
It's surprise come up because we all thought he was out, and then you see him come back in for that one glimpse, you know. And I was like, yo, they really did count him out for a minute.
Yeah.
No, because he hit his head. He hit his head on. Like he didn't tuck his chin. The biggest thing about wrestling, and I listened to his episode that he did with Cody Rhodes just this week, and I was like, and he was like, so Cody asked him and said, what happened? He said, I was in the moment and I forgot to tuck my chin in. And he's like, that's the one thing they always tell me to do is tuck in my chin. And he said, but I was so high, I didn't think of it. And I'm sitting there thinking, like, dude, if you went to a training school, that you would literally, if your car would just swerve a little bit, you're like this instantly. Like that is just a mindset thing. Like I tell you all the time, like I can't even like shake back and forth before I tuck my chin before anything goes. You know, stop, drop, and roll. Nope, I'm tucking my chin in and then probably roll it.
I believe it, man. I believe it. When you see the stuff, you know who scares me ever since I saw Big E and his accident.
That's how you break your fall. Yep.
Bro, when he fucking lands on his neck the way he did, if you watch that again, man, you shiver every time you see that shit. And then you see like, you know, when Brock does it the most, because he did it at Mania, at Rumble too, where he had threw somebody, I think it was Sheamus, and Sheamus's head was far. Was it Drew? It was one of them. And
it was Sheamus and Drew. Sheamus literally looked like Sheamus got knocked out on the suplex. Drew's because Drew went sideways because Drew wasn't like perfectly set up for it. He went sideways on it, and he literally purposely accidentally landed on his just because you can't go sideways. You have to just jump over
take that
and just hope for the best.
Yeah, because Brock is that's one thing I don't really respect about you know, Brock. And I'm not trying to hate on him, but he's very reckless in the ring, yo. I don't fucking anybody. So I can see it. I don't even wrestle, and I can see it. He be fucking blatantly throwing people.
Suplex wise, it's not on the person that's holding on to you. It's the person that is taking it, because all that is doing is I'm breaking kayfabe. You're jumping up. That is on you. He's not holding on the whole time when you're in midair. Like if you watch Brock take the suplexes, he's letting go when they're like this. He's already let you go. He's always got his hands up, like he just slung you. So that is on the person that's taking the suplex. That's why when you see somebody every time, which I like the fact that he came a little earlier, because usually when they bring him later on, there's too many people in the ring. You can't take a suplex because it's too covered. He backs you up and then throws you. Like Brock is actually very safe with the suplexes. Believe he's very safe with them. It's just the person that takes them. You have to go up. If you don't go up, that is on you. And that's something that we have been told numerous times. I would know this professionally. That's how I got neck problems.
Man. Because that's one thing. Like when I be seeing Brock he be launching people, man. I'm like, damn, this guy trying to murder somebody. And I know one thing you said too, Warren, that I've been paying attention to since you said it. I forgot what show it was, but I think I asked you about the chops. And when they be chopping and they show people how, like, hey, you do it and this and that, they be fucking destroying each other with them chops, man. They be destroying. I mean, I know it's fun to watch, I guess.
I wouldn't
They
take
be-
Gunther's.
They be fucking destroying each other. And these guys wrestle, 6 times a week? It's not like we see them on Raw, but they go right back out with that bruised chest and take more. Yo, bro, that's fucking destructful, man. I don't know why it's so appealing.
I
Somebody
tell
smack the
people
shit out of your chest for 40 minutes.
being in a wrestling match is like 5 years in the NFL
Yeah, I believe it.
because
man.
you're hitting
There's a lot
boards
of
and
damage,
there's no break, there's no timeout. Like it's literally through the whole match. Someone's bound to get hit in these boards.
Yeah.
You're never gonna come out of this thing completely fully healthy. That's
Let me
one
ask y'all
bad
something.
thing about wrestling.
While we're on this topic, this isn't Royal Rumble or even wrestling related. What do y'all think about that new shit that's like sweeping the wave now? The fucking slap competitions, yo. What do y'all think about that shit, yo? That
It's
shit
lit.
is crazy.
It's lit.
You like it? You like it? What do you feel about it, Warren? You're not feeling it?
If it makes sense, yes. But if you've been beating the heck out of each other, I don't see the purpose of it. And I get it. Yes, slapping it. That's one of New England's number one spots. Like if you watch a lot of New England matches, wrestling shows, that's their number one thing is slaps. New Japan's very popular for the slaps. I mean, every top person in there is slapping somebody in the face, and that's their opening of the match. Now, like I said, if it makes sense, yes, but I've learned how to be an open mind with it, but it's different. People pop for it because it looks more real, and sometimes people are not pulling back on their hits. They're getting carried away, so maybe it's just
Warren,
it makes it
you
more
know
real.
What I'm talking about? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those slap competitions that they have now.
Those professional slap things?
Yeah, fucking
no. So funny story is when COVID hit,
bitch smacking niggas.
we literally got bored one night and we were just watching something on YouTube.
Yeah.
Nothing was in English. We spent 5 hours watching this show of them just sitting there slapping the taste out of them. My mom, my wife, me at the time, we're like, oh man, we're going to he's gonna he's gonna lose this one because it was like this real big boulder looking guy, like a guy with like me that he was facing. The guy like me won the slap, which I was sitting, I was like, how is that even possible?
Yeah, man.
And I mean, it made his face turn a whole different location. It's popular now. Like, I mean, Dana White just bought rights to make a reality show out of it.
Yeah, he's got it playing tonight. I think it played tonight. But listen, this is the thing, though, man. And somebody said this, and when I'm watching it, I like seeing knockouts as much as the next guy. But that's some really.
I'm
really
not sitting there getting slapped in the face like
that's
that. And you're getting chalked on your hands? No.
It's literally somebody standing there with their hands behind your back. And somebody has to slap you as hard as they fucking can. And you're watching people just
that sport was professionally done in Russia at first, before anything.
We're gonna be as crazy as they are.
I believe that, right?
So they hold the handlebars and sit there, and I love how they just wind it up. 1, 2, and you get excited. You're like, oh, he's about to kill him. Like he's about to get him. And then the funny thing is, they don't even hit him right the first time. You're like, oh, you suck. And then on the next one, oh,
the whole fucking. You know what the best part be? This be the best part.
And their lips are like this.
Yep. They catch them, and they got the guys. You got the big, usually the big dudes or whatever, and you get the one dude, and he just gets smacked. Bam, it gets cracked. And then you get the guy, because after you get smacked, if you take it, okay, now it's the next person's turns. Now you getting smacked. So that next guy smacks you, you take it, you just barely take it. And then everything in your body is like, all right, so I got to get smacked again. All right, I'm going to try to knock him out because I cannot take another one. But if I don't knock him out,
one of them slapped the guy. He started crying because the dude didn't react. He knew he was about to get
listen. If I don't knock this motherfucker out, I'm done because he's gonna.
Right.
And you standing there with that knowledge of
it's like this. I'm done.
All right, fucking all right. I'm done. I thought I was gonna get you that time, but I didn't. I quit.
I'm sorry.
You like
you go this way. I go this way.
I'm telling you right now, That shit had me fucking I was sitting there watching. I'm like, listen. First of all, I'm not the kind of person that's built to just you ain't fucking. I don't want you touching my face. I'm gonna stand there. You slapping me. How much money?
That's why
money?
It took me 8 months to get my first match because I had to sit there and wait for someone to hit me.
I can't fucking take it. I cannot do it. And those guys are gonna be fucking permanent brain loss because you just openly getting smacked in the fucking face, bro. Week after week.
And you're not instantly, and it's not always the face they're hitting either. It's this, that,
ears.
Well, no, they can't hit the temple of your head. They have to at least hit right around the side. I remember that was one of the rules when I watched it. I was the only thing that was in English.
Yeah. That was, I mean, that's,
you don't kill him.
That's
he dies.
Don't let him die and shit. All right, so we got that. So, yeah, so all right, we got we did all that. It was a fucking hour on just the men's Royal Rumble. We're gonna take forever. Let's jump to Bray Wyatt and LA Knight, man. What was you guys feeling about that match?
Boy, Commission ate this match alive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What'd
you think of it, Brian?
All right, I'll go first. Yeah, I mean, I was excited to see what was. I'll be real with you. I didn't give a fuck about the match. I didn't care about the match before it started. I'm not gonna lie. I think everybody went into this wanting to see what's gonna happen with the Bray Wyatt thing next. I mean, the match was happening and it was cool. And like I said, I love LA Knight, man. I think LA Knight, as far as persona, I think that he was doing better than fucking Bray. I ain't gonna lie. LA get on that mic. I was laughing into his shit more than I was into Bray. I love Bray. But I'm ready to see what's happening next with Bray Wyatt. I want to see what the fuck is coming next. And I thought we were going to get that here, and we didn't get it. You just got this guy jumping off and missing. Fucking
It's gonna be one of those delayed character moments where the anticipation was like, when it was hot, you didn't strike, and now we kind of moving on. You know what I'm saying? So by you saying the LA Knight thing, it's kind of like that whole Shawn Michaels Undertaker type of thing of like, it had that oomph moment, but it was like, but you didn't do nothing when it was hot.
Yeah, you're right, bro. You're right. And then on top of that, fucking, then you brought in Kane, and it just completely shifted the whole dynamic of that already. Exactly. It's like it never had a chance to live, and that's what I feel like. Every time I say this, everybody's like, "Oh, I like the story," and the story's good. You can have a story for fucking 4 months.
I think Uncle Howdy kind of overshadowed the entire match because you were expecting Uncle Howdy through the entire thing, and you were like wondering what's going to happen. Like, I'm sitting there trying to think how people saw this live. You're sitting here watching a cosmic bowling in a wrestling ring, basically. Yeah. When LA Knight came out in the neon green stuff, I was like, bro, I swear, if we get in this laser tag type look shit.
Yep, that's really what the fuck it was. I didn't mind that, though. I'll be real. It was like kind of silly.
I gotta say, LA Knight showed out more than Bray to me. Honestly, LA Knight looked really strong in that showing, in my opinion. Yeah. Like LA Knight.
Bray's outfit. Bray's look was real good.
It looked good, yes.
His shit was dope.
But here's what we've proven a long time, Brian, and I think you agree with me because I told you this numerous times because you were always like, Bray was that guy. Bray should have been this. We're starting to realize that Bray is a mediocre wrestler, but great entertainer. And I'm starting to see that standpoint is he's fully a character. He's not a wrestler.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing that I think was the only downfall with Bray on this was we looked at it way too much in depth than what we needed it to be. This was just literally to see Bray back in the match, back into his little grind and see what he could do. The paint job, I loved it. I loved it because I was just like,
shout out real quick. Hold on, Warren. Shout out real quick to Harris is drinking, baby. Yo, what up, my bro?
Hey, salute.
Hey, Harris, if you want the link, let me know, bro. I know he ain't really big on the wrestling shit. I'll get Harris in here in a minute, yo. Harris, you'll be Harris is Drinking Podcast shouting us out. We love you, brother.
Absolutely.
What's
up? Harris down with us, Warren. We're gonna have you on. I know you're gonna be jumping on one of the lives with us. You'll meet Harris and shit. Me and Warren been doing this shit for a minute, man.
I love it, man. I'm loving it.
I couldn't do it on New Year's because I was on a cruise.
Oh, not shit. That's a good enough reason.
I was on a cruise. That was our anniversary, so
that's awesome, bro. That's awesome. But you're absolutely right about Bray, man. Bray as a character, I definitely agree.
I totally forgot about how he missed the spot too.
He missed. Yeah, it sucks, man. How'd you feel about it, Stead? Was you feeling it? Feeling the
I
match?
mean, to me, it's just like you just said. Like Bray was just that iconic. I
One,
mean, he
two,
had his
three,
moment.
go. No,
He had to
wait for him to scoot over.
right. He had the Bray Wyatt. I think his best moments was with the Wyatt family thing and the sheep mask and all that.
Oh yeah.
That ensemble was like a great iconic moment. But now it's
Yeah.
just he's becoming like what the boogeyman was, where he's just to do the entertainment part, strike that fear, and then kind of roll out. Like you just think by doing the neon thing was like it was great marketing strategy, but it was like you still didn't build off it.
Exactly.
Do
You
you
Yeah.
didn't
think it was a
capitalize.
positive for Mountain Dew? Because I guarantee you they loved the match.
Oh, hell
Right,
yeah.
blackout.
Oh,
That's
hell
what it
yeah.
was, right?
That shit in a
They
minute.
sold us through the roof that night.
I'll be real. I was in fucking
Mountain Dew
Walmart.
Pitch Black was being sold everywhere that night.
I was in Walmart and I literally was in the soda aisle. Me and my girl, we never drink soda, but sometimes we just want it. And I went and I was in the soda aisle, and the first thing I saw a Mountain Dew. I was like, let me see what a Pitch Black. I want to taste this shit. Because I never had one. But see, that's how it goes. That's the importance of sponsored thing. Hey, listen, Round Guys beers, y'all. We go. That's the importance because it's just getting it in your head. And when you get it in your head, you know what happened?
I don't think it's sold yet.
The Pitch Black.
I don't think it's out in stores yet.
Oh, I thought they had. I know they had it previously.
I mean, I've been seeing it on several content creators on TikTok as a whole getting it. I think it might be limited in certain stores, but not, yeah,
I'm sure it's like a great flavor soda.
Yeah,
Right.
I want to try it. I love Mountain Dew. Cold Red. That was my.
We'll try it.
Yeah,
Voltage.
Sad thing is, man, Mountain Dew
Red
is
would be
one of the
the
worst sodas,
vote-
but that's like
Voltage
the only
was my
soda
favorite.
I like.
Yeah, Voltage was good too. Yeah, I really enjoyed.
Code Red was the life in a bottle.
Still, yes, still to this day. But I definitely do enjoy the character of Bray. I think Bray is good as far as storytelling, but I do think that we are reaching a point where it's like, you know, when WWE have those storylines where it's like they just keep continuing, but then you're like starting to notice, damn, I don't think they have an ending to this shit. That's how I'm starting to feel that way. I'm not gonna lie. We needed to see whatever the fuck this was. The Wyatt Six, you got the fucking characters that's always there. Are these guys gonna wrestle? Is it, you know, what the fuck is gonna happen, man? You got to know.
I think we'll get all that at Mania, in my opinion. I think that's where we're gonna get it.
Answer to the question, yeah.
I hope so, man. I really hope so, because this was Bray's first.
They
match
meet
back. Let's see what
Hollywood,
happens
man.
on Friday.
Get one of them vignettes.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens after there. But yeah, I wasn't really too. I mean, this match was what it was. It played its part, but I didn't really hit. It didn't hit for me. All right, next
that was
we
the
got,
one where you need to go to the bathroom.
Damn. Sorry, Bray. LA. But yo, listen, we got next Bianca Belair. This is the one we need to go to the fucking bathroom. Bianca Belair.
I could cut my camera off for this one.
I'm telling you right now, bro. I don't even know why the fuck they wrestle. I'll be real. I'm sorry, yo, but
I'll say this though. Alexa and Bianca's match was better than Raw, but Alexa showcased way more in this match than Bianca, in my opinion.
Okay. How you feel about it, Steb?
I mean, again, with Alexa's one of those ones, if you use her right, she can be a dominant, pivotal figure. And that's what she's fighting so hard for. And now with Sasha Banks and, you know, Bailey kind of out of the way for that, you know, it's a moment to pivotalize on. But she definitely gave more energy within that match than a typical, you know, Raw match.
Yeah, I agree. I think Alexa is one of those kind of slept on. You forget she was a champion for like, there was a time where Alexa was
Forever.
a champion, and I was like, when is this girl ever going to get this belt up? Like, I don't even know why you're the champion this long. But literally, I think the shit with her and the Wyatt stuff, yo, I think the shit with her and the Wyatt family stuff or whatever, the Bray Wyatt stuff, I think that they need to end that shit, man. Because they're not, it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere with it. What is she, think of it at this point. What are they going to have Alexa do at this point? Is she going to join them?
She did with the last one.
It's not yet. The last one didn't go nowhere. It just did the Randy Orton shit. She dressed up. She had a stupid doll, fucking playground in the ring. It's not really. That's what I'm saying. This thing is not delivering enough of a message. Like, I thought this match right here was going to be the closing point to figuring out, okay, this girl is with Uncle Howdy. This is what she is. This is the involvement. It didn't even give you that. It literally gave you another fucking vignette at the Royal Rumble. Not even Elimination Chamber, at the fucking Rumble, bro. I don't get it. She could have been in the Rumble for that shit. Like,
Right?
I mean, like,
I agree with you on that, but the vignette, I think it kind of did tell a story because Alexa's been trying to do stuff her own way. And I think that was Howdy saying, hey, you've been doing it your way. You're not succeeding. Come back
try mine.
and try my way. I think that's what
I
we
got
got
you.
with that vignette. Because the way she was looking at it and stuff, it's like it's kind of like, in a way, she's trying to break the controlling standard. I think Lily, because how they were visioning the stuff out, and I kind of like the vignettes a little bit, but yes, it's been going too long now. Honestly, I think Bray's just going to be like a cinematic wrestler. Alexa's going to be the one you're literally going to see in the ring because Alexa's known to be in the ring. But it's like we all really, I think most of the focus is not really Alexa or Bray we're looking at anymore. We're looking at who's Howdy. That's who we're all trying to find out. Who's
Dallas.
this Howdy guy?
There you go. Mission complete.
Like literally, that's all we're
Dallas.
looking for. Well, who's Howdy? That's all we're looking at.
Yeah.
Just
Well, the
believe.
news is that it's from what I heard from my sources. I'm not Dave Meltzer and shit,
The
but
gobbledygook.
it's supposed to be Howdy and Bray at Mania. That's supposed to be the match, and I guess that is, like you said, that's enough cause for closure at that point. I mean, you got to tell a story at that. But then I want to see what happens next, and that sucks that I have to wait all the way to fucking WrestleMania to see what's going to happen next.
It makes you want to invest into watching it. That's how they're seeing this.
but it also makes me kind of want to say, okay, I don't fucking care anymore. Oh, he did. Okay, whatever.
But you're still going to watch it, though. That's the thing.
I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Average wrestling fans, not even wrestling fans, will watch WrestleMania. That's the biggest thing about people don't realize.
Yeah.
People would not give a damn about wrestling all year. They would watch WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the same thing as the Super Bowl. It's the same shit. You don't watch football the whole year, but
I still say WrestleMania is bigger than the Super Bowl, in my honest opinion. I still say to this day.
That's just in your opinion, Warren. My boy,
no, because I'm saying like
you
you have Saudi Arabia, you have everywhere overseas that knows WWE. Everyone knows this.
That's
the whole world does.
I think that. I mean, you're definitely right about that. The Saudi Arabia involvement and other world, cultures and stuff like that. Football is an Americanized sport, but an American sport, Americanized. I don't know what the fuck I said. But I definitely do think that football is still dominant, man. I don't know. I would love to see
it's gotten bigger,
results.
especially now they play Paris and stuff like that. So obviously now it's more broader. But I'm just saying WWE as an entertaining standpoint, this is your Emmys regarding two factors, sports and entertainment. Nobody does it better than WrestleMania, in my honest opinion.
Oh yeah, no, you're definitely right about that. Yeah, WrestleMania is definitely iconic, man, and epic. And it is great. But the thing is, man, when you're doing these stories and stuff like that, you want to build. I don't think we need a year build. I don't think you need a year build for everything. I don't think everything has to be fucking 5 months down the line. I think there's things that you can build and make it. Within a few months, Royal Rumble to Mania is good. But when you're doing fucking,
dragging it to
August,
no development.
Come on,
it becomes a long drag with no development, and you have to kill it off.
Bray came back in what? Wasn't it like September?
He came back in Extreme Rules.
Right.
So that's October. So he's been back since October, November, December, January, February. We're in fucking February, and I still don't know who Uncle Howdy is. I've seen this motherfucker fucking 5 months.
You sound like a bunch of Scooby-Doo characters. I wonder who this villain is.
I would hire Scooby-Doo at this point to find it.
Hey, imagine like Triple H having family dinner over there around Vince. He goes, you see why I got rid of him the first time? There's just nothing you can do with it. There's nothing you can do with it.
Hey, Paul, I told you Bray was worthless.
I think it's just, you gotta. I get this long time storytelling, but
give his ass a mic and tell him that's it.
Every pay-per-view with some storytelling shit like that, you need to have a high point. You need to have a hit. This shit did not hit at the Rumble. But fuck it. But Alexa Bliss and Bianca, like y'all said, man, I don't really care about Bianca. I'm be honest. She's a good champion, I guess. She's definitely a good wrestler.
Repackage.
I don't give a fuck about Bianca. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Put her and Montez on some heel shit, on some heel husband and wife shit. some Miz shit, and I'm down. I'm down all day. I'm telling you right now. I think
like
that
Batman,
they
man.
would be. I think they would be fucking phenomenal, bro. I think you can get both. I'll give Montez the belt. I'll give him the fucking belt and put him with
I'm
Bianca
so ready
as the
for.
standalone. Bro,
I hate to see it,
phenomenal, bro.
and how we talk about New Day. I love Street Profits. I've loved how they've been involvement and everything. I love how Angelo has stood out a little bit now on it, but
Yeah,
Montez is the package deal. Everyone knows it, and when that moment happens, that is going to be some like very big star power caliber scenario, and when that does happen, I want that moment to be like the biggest talked about moment that year. That Montez is split from the Street Profits. Montez is literally just changed the whole 180 standpoint. He don't even need Bianca, in my honest opinion. Like Montez, when they hit that button for him to get that moment that we're all looking for, look out. This one is going to be a huge transcending moment. Montez not only has been putting on size, the dude is entertaining. I've never seen somebody go as high as he does on a frog splash. I still don't know if that's even possible for someone to go that damn high. Like, that dude is just amazing.
Let me tell y'all something. Completely. I say it about everybody. Everybody who's been watching me do these Wrestle Talks for this long. Listen, I'm always the advocate for you have to be a heel if you want to be taken serious, especially coming off a tag team. You have to be a heel.
Everyone.
It should be the damn, requirement at this point. Montez has to be a heel. He has to have a manager. I don't give a fuck. Even if it's not Bianca, he's got to have somebody that's going to come in and push him.
Like
and
a Paul Heyman?
Like a Paul Heyman, but not Paul Heyman.
Definitely not MVP neither.
No, hell no. Hell no. Even though I wouldn't
mind, my boy.
Listen, I wouldn't mind him in the Hurt Business type shit, like kind of leading the Hurt Business
back together.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. They showed it on Raw a little bit, but I think that like a manager, bro, like even if it's a woman, like not anybody that we even know, maybe, but I just think that somebody should come in and take him in the reins and just have Montez be on some. He's good on the mic and he's got a lot of charisma, man. I think he would be a dominant force in fucking WWE. Man.
Titus O'Neil.
Him. Woo! What? Oh shit!
He hasn't been on TV in a while, so it could make a little sense. But Titus is bigger than Montez.
Titus does a lot of background stuff, man. He's one of those he's like what Mark.
He's
Henry
the Cena, but just never in the ring type Cena.
Yeah. He does. He's
a lot slipper. Of, get it?
whatever they call. Ambassador or whatever. Yeah. He does a lot of shit. But yeah, so we got that. All right.
Of the year.
So we got the Rumble right showing under that thing. That was awesome. that was very skilled for that to be an accident. Very skilled.
And I mean, he was in deep in that ring too. Like he was almost in the mid part of the ring when he slipped.
Yeah, he fucking flew in that shit. All right, we got the women's Rumble match next. Women's Rumble match. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't even fucking looking forward to Women's Rumble. They didn't even really do like the qualifications for it. Who did you guys? Here's the question, because we didn't. You guys weren't on the prediction show. Who did you guys pick before you saw the Rumble as your win for the woman?
To be 1,000 nobody, just because.
You didn't care either. Neither one of y'all fucking care.
I thought Rhea. I thought Rhea, or honestly, I thought it was going to be a returning person coming back.
Which they wasted that moment because she came back and they still didn't do nothing with her.
Bro, they really did.
You talking about Bailey?
I was talking about Nia Jax. I'm a Nia Jax fan.
Oh, Nia?
Oh, you wouldn't have liked commission talks then. You. They shot that shit down so far.
They ate her up. Nia. I feel like Nia should be better than what she is, but I feel like she may be one of those ones that kind of have a lot of attitude when it comes to how she acts. That's just some shit I've heard. And definitely with the unsafe talk, they say she's not really safe to work with. And that's just what people say or whatever.
Yeah,
but
I've read on that too.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been fun. It would have been fun. I think that they kind of gave her a little spot. I don't think that is she returning for real? Was she on Raw?
I don't think she really be.
It was a one-off.
Yeah,
it was a one-off. It was
Yeah,
just like a
some of these-
special type scenario.
That's all.
It's
They
hard
just
to tell
needed it.
now. Yeah, it's hard to tell now. Like when they come back. Sometimes they come back for a little while. I'm surprised I didn't see Lita. I'm surprised I
They'll
didn't see
probably
some
wait till the
names.
draft and they'll probably bring her back. They just want to see
we'll
what the
see.
reception would be for that person.
I did like that they brought Dewdrop back and gave her a real name and stuff. I do like that.
Piper
I think
Niven.
that
Yep.
yeah, man. That Dewdrop shit
No.
that ran way
Uh-uh.
longer than it ever should have.
Asuka.
Asuka. Kana.
Asuka
Yeah, they
came
playing
back
the-
as the New Japan legendary character
Yeah.
that everybody's been anticipatingly waiting for. And she came back
Warren,
exactly
let me
like
say
that.
something. Listen, let me say something real quick. All right, listen, I'm about to break some people's hearts and shit. This probably I'm from some commission talk shit right now. Listen, I don't give a fuck about Connor. I don't listen. I've been seeing everybody build this up, and they got pictures of her with the pan and shit. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm one of them type of dudes. I've been watching WWE forever. I don't give a fuck what you did in New Japan. I don't care what you did down the street.
You
I
and
wanna
Dre
see
are
what
so
you
alike.
want to hear. I'm saying, bro. I'm just saying. I respect it, but same thing with listen. I love you, Shinsuke. Same thing with Shinsuke. I don't.
Oh, I didn't know anything of him for a long time. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know nothing of him until he wrestled Sami Zayn at that NXT show, and then
Gotcha.
I became a fan of him just from his entrance.
Yeah,
I thought that was
I like
different,
it.
and then I got to see him wrestle
Yeah.
at the Armory in Jacksonville, and it was just
Oh.
like you could hear his hits, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah.
And then
That's
literally, I
awesome.
saw Asuka at the same Armory, and you could hear Asuka's hits, and I'm just like,
Fuck you up, man.
they gonna kill somebody.
I want to see it. But I'm gonna be real. I don't have high hopes just because she got blue shit in her mouth now. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm interested, but I don't think that she's gonna come back and dominate. I don't see it at all. I don't see Asuka being the top
Maybe a heel
diva.
standpoint. I
top
mean,
wrestler.
you got so many different things. Like you look at it as Piper Niven's now giving her representation back. You got a lot of NXT girls that got a good showcase at the Rumble. I've said it numerous times. If you didn't know anything of Roxanne Perez, you tuned into NXT that next following Tuesday just because of what she gave you at the Royal Rumble. Like these girls
She got thrown the
showcased and
fuck out
representing
immediately.
all of it instantly.
She the champ. She the champ, but she got thrown the fuck out. I mean, you feel me? Like
Zoe Starks transcended in that damn Rumble, in my opinion. And honestly, and I think the reason why that Rumble was kind of last at first is because of the reaction that so many people got regarding Raw 30. I think because so many people were upset that women did not get really a representation on that Monday Night Raw regarding legends and stuff like that. So they definitely got what they wanted in that Rumble. I don't care what anyone says. They better have been happy with that.
Yeah.
Rhea and Liv Morgan stole the show.
Yeah, Rhea was my pick. I knew Rhea was going to win. You want to know why I
Yeah.
knew Rhea was going to win? Because who else was going to win? Bailey and Becky ain't
If
going to win.
Beth
They're-
was coming
they're
in,
their own
I
thing right
thought Beth was going to eliminate Rhea, and then maybe one of the Damage Control girls were going to win it. But
now. Yeah.
I didn't think of anything else other than that.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're not
Carmella
really-
come back or something like that. That's the only way I thought.
There really wasn't anybody set up to win this one, bro. It's crazy. Like when you really look at it, I got the list here. Let's go
That
to
was
the
a
list real
good thing
quick.
too.
We're gonna do. I'm just gonna run through it real quick. Rhea Ripley at 1, Liv Morgan 2, Dana Brooke 3, Emma
Oh, God.
4, Shayna Baszler 5, Bailey 6, B-Fab 7, Roxana Perez 8, Dakota Kai 9, Io Sky 10, Natalia 11, 12, Candice LeRae, Zoe Stark was 13, Xia Li, Becky Lynch, Tegan Knox, Asuka, Kana, whatever, Piper Niven, Tamina, Chelsea Green, Zelina Vega, Raquel Rodriguez. Listen, that's another one. I'll talk about it in a second.
I thought she was going to probably win.
That's the only possible contender that I can actually get down with, I guess. Mia Yim, Lacey Evans, Michelle McCool, Indy Hartwell, Sonya Deville, Shotzi, Nikki Cross, and Nia Jax. Those are the list that we had to select from. Out of that one, like you just said, Lauren, and you too, Sted.
Shout out to Michelle McCool. I like the little spot where they show the music and she came out of the crowd. I like that.
She didn't realize it, like it was a surprise. Yeah. But Raquel was the only other one that I can see winning it. I wouldn't think that she should. I'm gonna be real. I don't think she's done enough yet, but there's not really a lot to go for. I mean, it sucks to say it, and I'm not speaking on these girls' caliber, but I'm just saying there's not a lot going on with them, yo. Ronda Rousey held the title. It was boring as shit. She was fighting people like Liv, who her title run was lackluster as hell. Mia Yim came back to be with the OC, and she ain't do shit. Emma came back. She ain't do shit. Asuka fucking got beat the fuck up, came back with blue shit on her mouth. She ain't do shit. Rhea, the only one that's been holding this shit down. Rhea,
Asuka got beat down and got blue in her mouth. Ain't done
Rhea,
shit.
Bayley, and Becky, bro.
She's blue shit
Rhea,
now.
Bayley, and Becky, yo. That's it. The whole women's division is fucking Rhea, Bayley, and Becky. I don't
The
fucking
women's
anybody
division
say
is
right
sponsored by Blue Fizz, ladies and gentlemen.
Blue shit in her mouth. And she just spit it, and that's it. First it was green, now it's blue, and I'm supposed to care. Fuck out of here, yo.
If you want to
Get a
quickly
belt.
watch Chelsea Green's Royal Rumble entrance.
Yeah, Chelsea Green. That's another one. Oh, she's back, and she got thrown out in fucking 2 seconds. To fucking
No,
talk about
I
it.
love the tweet that Matt did about his wife. She's like, she's always ready. It's like, no.
Yeah, she's hot. Damn, I throw her ass out immediately.
I actually expected Matt Cardona to be in the Rumble, so I got a little twist on that one. I was expecting that one.
I don't think he's coming back, man.
He will
heard
later
a couple
on.
of things.
I think it's the fact that he wants to see more of what they're doing with Cody, and obviously they're going to have to bring another person back to actually see if really the repackaging standpoint is really what they're trying to showcase now. I think Triple H is literally doing a great job. Like,
I do too.
Doudrop.
I do too.
I love the commentary. I got to say that about Royal Rumble itself. The commentary is what stole the show to me. When Doudrop when Piper Niven came out and Pat McAfee came out, opened the show, fans lost it. And you could just tell a different energy of Michael Cole when Pat McAfee was out there. And those three were perfect, going back and forth at each other. But the best part, I think, that stole the show for me is when Piper Niven came out and they said, "That's a pretty cool dude." Oh, she dropped somebody. Like, they were kind of like hitting around what she was used to be called.
I didn't hear that.
Just in case you
didn't hear that part when she came out. I was like, "Oh, I know what she do." Oh, she dropped somebody. That's what Pat was saying. Like, it was perfect. Yeah. And then Corey Graves like, "We can't take you nowhere."
I like Pat McAfee. I like his dynamic that he brings. He's
energy to that
announcer. Open. Yeah, he's open. He's not that, because we were used to the robotic kind of language with Vince running it. Then it got way more loose when Triple H took over, and it was very satisfying. But now that Pat is on there, and he's back to bringing that funny shit to it. I love it, bro. I love it. It reminds you of the back in the day shit with the dynamic of
King and JR. Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah.
Puppies.
I like it. Yeah. I love it.
The
bro.
puppies tournament.
I definitely love it. But you had, all right, so that was the thing. And then we had, let's just close it up with, of course, you had the storyline of the fucking decade, bro. Roman and KO.
In the past 20 years, that's one of the best things that has happened in wrestling. Period.
I can't disagree at all.
I'm not even. Right now. I got crapped on commission about this, and you know what? I've done enough in this business that I can have this right to say what I said. Wrestling is about moments. You haven't had a moment regarding a faction like this with a bloodline since NWO, in my honest opinion, and I'm putting that comparison with them. Yes, DX is something with that, but the bloodline has been the most transcending faction that has been out in the last 25 years.
Definitely right. Yeah. I can't even argue it. I'm not gonna even lie.
And that story that they did with Sammy,
through the roof.
Yeah. The thing is, we're gonna go around the room on this one, for sure. But the thing with the bloodline storyline, man, is it's had so many. I mean, you got to remember the bloodline storyline is going all the way back to Roman, of course, coming with Paul, and then the Jey Uso and Roman. The Jey Uso and Roman
main event,
those matches, main event Jey Uso.
Damn you, Jimmy.
And
damn you, Jimmy, and that DUI.
Bro, he was beasting.
My gosh.
He was fucking beasting, bro. And that's what was so crazy about the dynamic that was started. And then he finally gave in, and then Jimmy came back. Then that was another dynamic. The bloodline storyline has been just growing, bro. And then the Sami Zayn shit came, And you never would have thought. You thought it looked like it was just some quick shit, and then they just kind of ran with it, like it happened by accident almost. That's what it seemed like.
People
Yeah.
And then
shit
it
on
just,
this so bad when it first happened.
yo,
Oh
who
my
would have
gosh.
knew?
I told everybody this was going to be a factual moment that you cared about the bloodline again, because bloodline was getting very stale for a while. Brian even said it. Even as good as Roman was, the Usos were getting stale, because it's like every single time they were wrecking stuff, leave it. Roman wasn't on your show every single week, and you saw the ratings jump every time Roman was on the TV screen.
No, exactly,
Like
yeah.
it was a different transcending moment every single time. And I think Sammy brought a huge factor into that visualization, because Sammy brought you t-shirts. Sammy brought the catchphrase Usi. Sammy brought you emotion to this bloodline group. You actually considered them as a good guy group for a while.
The emotion.
They're the bullies.
The emotion.
They did.
Yeah.
They were
A
the
lot of
bullies,
family.
but you were invested in the bullies than what you were with the people that they were beating. Like that was the coolest part about that moment. And then last night, the bullies took over, and the rest is history. Roman now has heat like how Dominic Mysterio has now. Everyone absolutely is going to boo this man out the building.
Yeah.
We saw it on Monday Night Raw. That is what you call storytelling.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things. Well, go ahead, Steph. Before I get into it, how'd you feel when you saw it, bro?
Of course, like just seeing everything transition, I love it. Because as a fan of the sport, or just a fan, like, of course, comparisons of seeing back in the day with the Shield and how that ran, and then Roman's health scare issues and all that. So to really put him in a big dog pin and then make him become that dominant big dog, and then bring in the family, and then you bring in Sammy coming in. I feel like it's a good run. I feel like it's a needed run, even if he loses the title WrestleMania future wise. Keeping a bloodline faction, if you see them maybe slowly fall apart, I feel like it'll still be, you can look for maybe him coming back by SummerSlam for something.
Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, and that's actually a really good point, because I didn't think about that, because when Roman does drop those titles, I mean, I think we can all agree that he's probably going to take some time off for a minute. Well deserved.
He might face Cody the first pay-per-view back, just like that normal. You always defend the title of the next show. It's like a reverse WrestleMania Part 4 type scenario for the next pay-per-view. But other than that, it's time for him to take a break. And I think
I think it's well deserved. Usos too. I'll be honest. I mean, I think
the Usos are the greatest tag team out here right now. I'm sorry.
Ever.
I'm not even hesitating this no more.
I'm not
even hesitating this now. Jey Uso right now, Oscar goes to him from a Royal Rumble night. Oscar goes to him on that Monday night thing. He replaced something that we all been waiting for so long, for someone to show up. He didn't show up, and this storyline came out, and Jay just stole it.
Yeah, man. So here's the thing,
he completed
though.
it.
We have to. This is me. So we got the Jey Uso thing. We got, where it's going now. Remember, like we're talking about right now, everything flipped, man. That's the best thing. That's why the story is so fucking good, because you think it's going one way and it goes another way, or it went this way and now it's going this way, and you can't believe it. It's a swerve. But Jimmy, not Jay, but Jimmy, the way Jimmy flipped. Jimmy, when Sammy hit fucking Roman with that chair, Jimmy flipped. Jimmy was always the cool, hitting handshakes and shit. He was always cool as shit. But Jimmy fucking flipped. And we got to give credit to him too, because he always played the background easygoing. Jimmy flipped harder than fucking Solo flipped. And
it's like Jay and him switched roles.
Bro, exactly. And now, but this is what
felt like a movie.
Seeing. I'm interested in seeing what's next, because I definitely feel like the dynamic is going to be Kevin and fucking Sammy. Like I've been saying since day one, Kevin and Sammy are going to be the ones that take them belts from the Usos, bro. At least one set of them, whatever it is. That's going to be that's meaning. That's
poor
meaning.
Sammy. Sammy's going to get the beating of a lifetime at Elimination Chamber.
He's definitely fighting at Elimination Chamber.
My prediction on that is I think Jay is going to turn on Sammy in the Elimination Chamber, and that's what's going to build the match for WrestleMania for them to have the titles, because
totally understand that.
I think Roman gonna obviously we're gonna see it tomorrow. They're gonna be wondering what's Jey Uso's mind, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you side with him. You lost your tag titles. You're not the champ no more." Solo replaces him for a little bit, and then obviously Elimination Chamber happens. You're gonna see Jey side by Sammy, and then all of a sudden turn on him at the end of the night, and that's how Sammy's gonna lose the match or something like that, and then it builds into the Mania. And I think it's going to be good. And I love the build-up, how WrestleMania only has 2 matches out right now. And the pre-sales have already sold out. Period.
Oh, yeah, because
pre-sales have already sold out.
It's Mania for one, but it's also
you got 2 matches on the card. That's it.
Wait, it's still Mania.
It's still Mania. Oh, absolutely.
No matches. Yeah, you like you were saying.
It was sold out before the matches, but you got Cody now going against Roman. Promo wise, that is going to be an emotional roller coaster itself. This is, and like how me and DJ have been talking about it constantly, like we've been behind Cody for so long. This is something for us to invest in. This is honestly, Cody is like how people saw with Cena and Rock. Never there anymore. Cena is the guy that's there 24/7, putting the work in, busting his ass, doing all these things. And you got that type of fan base to get behind Cena against our almighty Rock. Like me and Brian, regardless of what, if we like Cena or not, screw you, Fruity Pebbles, when The Rock came on TV. I'm not going to lie to you. That's how I feel with this match between Cody and Roman. All the indie fans, this is their chance to see a big WWE guy go down. This is going to be that moment that we're going to see.
Listen, let me tell you my thought on it. I think Cody.
You just got to see more of him, and I think you get more invested in him.
Listen. I've been fucking following Cody since when he was back in the day. Teaming with fucking Damian Sandler. I've been watching Cody for a while.
Mustache.
Remember the stash and all that shit. The fucking face guard, everything, all of that. But
the thing T-shirt for that
I think Cody did that was genius was announce the fact that it's one bloodline versus another bloodline in this industry. And I think that right there is going to be a drawing point to bring this motherfucking rivalry to a big level. Because before, it's literally just he ain't have no connections to Roman. He ain't have no connections to the title at any point. No title. Only person he fucking fought was Seth like 3 fucking times since he's been here, got injured, and he was gone. For real. On some real shit. Roman Reigns has held the fucking title for
800 days.
Listen. Fought motherfuckers that's in AEW now that was in fucking WWE. He's literally ran through the fucking division. Both. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Everywhere from the Moxes to the fucking Daniel Bryans to the Edges to everybody. Bray, Braun, every fucking body. Okay. So now you have Cody come in. Cody ain't never been anywhere near Roman. You needed to find where their connection was going to be. And that fucking promo he pushed on Monday was it. This guy has one of the strongest fucking bloods to the business of all time with the Samoan dynasty, man. And then my father being the blood of this fucking business with everything he's put through, WCW, Starrcade, everything. That connection right there is where I can find my investment, and I can even push for Cody and be like, yo, Cody, take that shit from Roman, bro.
You remember when you talked about you saying Dusty was never bigger than Hogan? Never bigger than...
Hell no. Uh-oh. Are you good?
Right now. Cody now has the moment to stand out from his father.
Oh, yeah.
That is the big moment about this whole scenario. Like Cody... golly, I'm not going to try to get emotional about it, but Cody has always been labeled Dusty's son, and it's always drove him nuts. His brother, Dustin Rhodes, was one of the most Goldust character. Like, he did not want to be that character, but he went over and beyond for it, and it became something that gave a bad shadow to Cody. That's why Cody had to be Stardust. Because that's what they were trying to go with, a faction with these two guys. And Cody did. So the one thing I got to say about Cody is Cody has always did above and beyond for any gimmick they ever asked him to do. The mustache gimmick. He got a damn
like
t-shirt
Matt Hardy,
just
just
for
like
doing the
Matt Hardy,
mustache.
same shape. Yeah, there's some guys that could just play them gimmicks, bro. Some guys
No,
can just
that
play them
Woken
gimmicks and they
character
make
was
you
just
love them.
terrible. I'm not.
What?
I'm not doing, no, I hated that character.
Oh,
I hated
no,
that.
Delete.
I
That
hated
shit
that
was-
character, bro.
Listen, when you can just make
He
shit
tried to
get
push
over,
that too much. The woke
bro,
character,
he
the one
pushed
on
the
TNA,
lawnmower.
it was
He
different. It
pushed
was
the
not
lawnmower, my
pushed
nigga.
on.
Oh,
But
you
the
talking
woke
about
character,
WWE?
I cannot deal with that one. That one just was way too pushed on, and you knew Matt Hardy was trying to give everything he could do on it,
He
and it was just like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
The only thing I cared
WWE's
about
trying
was
to
the
own it.
CGI match that he did with Bray, and that was it. Even though
Yeah.
supposedly he ran Bray over with a freaking lawnmower. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
you got
reality.
over, bro. I was like, oh shit. But yeah, I definitely agree with what was in
But
WWE. They were
This
trying
thing
to.
with Cody, this is a whole newer thing. You're bringing the newer wrestling generation against the big bad WWE version of wrestling. That's what we're getting out of this. This is the Indies versus WWE. Cody is going to be your representation. Cody went from being, I'm not trying to quote his promos. He went from undesirable to undeniable and unachievable. Cody has transcended and became something that they all told him he would never be. Triple H, and I love that this quote because we've even had a chat about it. Triple H told this man to rattle the cage. Cody shut the damn door and it fell off. That's what the difference is between Cody than any other guy. Cody has put so much heart and effort and he loves wrestling. That is the biggest difference with anybody. This is why it's that moment for him.
He definitely does, man. I mean, I respect.
Shout out to the Nightmare Prodigies.
Yeah, you sound like you're his best fucking friend right now. But I agree with you, man. I agree with you to the point where that's going to be the presence that's needed, bro. Because besides that, I'll tell you right now, you better build something because there ain't shit else to build. And I'm one of the ones who's with open eyes telling you right now, there ain't no fucking reason for Cody to be taking that title from Roman. I'll be dead ass with you. There's no reason for Cody to take that title from Roman. The only reason you giving it to Cody is because you want to at this point, because there's no logical reason or even rivalry. There's nothing there connecting him to the 2 years that Roman has held that fucking title. I'm a firm believer that somebody who's been rocking with the company, even though Roman's defeated damn near everybody, that's why I said Seth, man. I think Seth.
I agree with that. I was not against that one. I think Seth would have been a great one.
I think Seth been there, and he's the only one with story to take that fucking belt from Roman. Because you've never beaten me. We were the Shield together. We have history. We have everything. That would just imagine that shit running. If you want to beat me, motherfucker. You feel me?
I think it would break every barrier, right? I feel like it'll break it.
Did any of y'all see the show that Sammy did with Ariel, with the UFC guy, where he talked about he could be the guy, he could win the championship and carry it for 6 months, but he could never be a guy that you could put WWE for the face of the product. There's a big difference of putting a title on you to run it off a little bit than being a superstar to represent this company.
Oh yeah,
right.
Cody is that guy. Cody is literally a superstar completely. People can invest into him from, you have watched him in a 5-person building, a 10,000 person building. Yeah. Cody freaking made an independent record. They drew out a freaking stadium on an independent show. Period.
In how many minutes? Like 30 minutes or some shit? Yeah, like 30 minutes or some shit. Yeah.
30 minutes. In Chicago.
I know the motherfucker. Yeah, it's crazy.
So this is comparable to like that NWO Hulk Hogan and then Goldberg coming in. Goldberg comes in and takes the belt, and you go, "What just happened?"
Yeah. Very.
It's one of those Roman Goldberg.
But at the same time, man, I mean, however they get there, you do have to have the bloodline storyline is done so well. I'll be one of the guys, I'm telling you right now, just like you just said, Warren. Sami Zayn taking the belt from Roman, I was never even thinking that. I was never even entertaining that idea. But I'll be honest with you. Recently,
it's a Kofi Kingston moment. It would be very temporary. The fans would only be behind it for a
exactly.
very short
That's the
time.
same fucking thing I said on my prediction.
And that's what Sammy
exact thing.
said. Sammy said, yes, it'd be the coolest thing ever. And he would love the fact that he could have, you know, a championship under his belt because he was an NXT champion. And he said that's literally going to probably be his greatest moment when it comes to being the main eventer is from being an NXT champion because he knows where he stands in that standpoint.
So what would we play? What if real quick? Like, you know, play Russian roulette. Like, what if there's a disqualification with Sammy interfering in that moment to give it that heel turn to maybe see it, you know, change trajectories, and then him and Cody go at it. Maybe could be.
I think
Sammy and Cody. Like, so you're saying Sammy, like.
So what do y'all think about the two belts? Do y'all think they need to be separated before Cody wins? Or Cody needs to be a double champion.
I'm trying to figure out what Stan was talking about.
I'm just saying because you already see the animosity based off the Royal Rumble, right?
Yeah.
So you know by far it's leniency of what are we going to really do with the honorary Uso at this point. I'm thinking a quick disqualification as the poll, like you just said. Cody coming in on a limb, yes, it'd be great because he's like that face you can trust, but to just give it a dynamic of did nobody see that coming. And then, maybe fast forwarding to build like something.
Seth cash-in type moment.
Right. Like to see something build maybe to like a SummerSlam. Like you say, where you still give Roman his time off. And then you come in with a rush of a whole new storyline. I mean, could work. It probably won't work.
If it wasn't Mania, I'd say that could be entertained. But
like a Survivor Series or something like that, yes. Yes.
You would have to. I mean, you still got the Elimination Chamber, and 9 times out of 10, Elimination Chamber is where you're going to have Roman versus Sammy. That's definitely going down. That's in Canada
it is.
Too.
That's the main
That's
event.
what my boy Derek was talking about last time. That's definitely this is gonna put asses in seats, and that's probably gonna be where Kevin fucking comes, and Kevin in that like we were talking about. And Warren, I like your idea too. Exactly what you were saying. That's why Jay is probably going to flip back. And, Jay's not going anywhere, man. They're going to play it, but Jay is fucking blood, bro.
The sad thing is, if Jimmy never got that DUI, they would have been doing a 6-month stretch for that story that they had between Jay and Roman. Like, Jimmy was going to have that standpoint where he was going to get to have that chance because they were going to try to think about splitting the Usos at first. And because Jay stood out. I remember when me and Brian first met each other, I said, honestly, dude, as much as I like Roman, I would not be mad if Jay Uso won the title because of what he gave you.
I wouldn't have been mad.
I wouldn't have been mad at that shit. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like I loved every bit of it. As many tag team matches I've ever seen Jay Uso, I literally was more invested watching the singles match that he did with Roman than anything I've ever watched regarding him.
Yeah. So
and that's the sad thing.
Man. It's room for, especially with them not really having a secure use for Soko right now. It could be a fallout of the Usos.
Oh my gosh!
Bro. Listen, we don't be talking. Nobody said nothing about Solo. Yo, listen, I said this shit on my other show.
Solo is going to be the newest draw thing in the next year.
If Solo took them belts from fucking Roman, I would not be mad, yo.
That's when you know the bloodline would be done.
I would be, but it would be so easy to do though, because literally all you would have to do is just play it like Solo. I told you what to fucking do, and Solo's like, nigga, are you crazy?
Did you see how he hesitated to attack Sammy at first?
I know. That's why they're planting seeds, man. It could go a lot.
Jimmy was not hesitating. He literally attacked.
That's what I'm saying.
That shocked me because I'm like,
fucking dynamic, bro.
What was that little dap thing y'all used to do? Like,
bro,
all that went out the window.
He still went in it, but I'm telling you right now, it's going to be some deflection within the
Paul
reins.
Heyman turns on Roman.
No, don't do that again, please. We did that shit already with the Brock Lesnar shit.
My tribal chief. My tribal chief.
I'm over that shit. But what I can say is, just as much as we're talking about it, I mean, whatever happens, that's what I'm saying. See how much we're talking about how much can happen with just the storyline? All we going into Mania, but now we got Cody's involvement. Where the fuck does he fit? He don't fit. But if you make it fit, I guess you're gonna
We
make
just
it fit.
talked about it.
I know, but that's but we're proving my point right now. Just imagine what happened. Yo, listen, yo, fuck
The way
it.
this
Listen,
example is
let me tell you
going,
something.
like if you were having an intervention with a drunk person, and you're like, hey, this is stuff that would happen when you drink and stuff, and he just sits there and goes, oh, I'm just gonna have a beer later. Like it's just like all that explanation just went right out the door. Like
No.
a great pamphlet with regards to this.
No. What I'm saying is, listen, this is the thing though. Even though we found a way to make it, my point is there's so much fucking already there. If you have the beer in your house, what the fuck am I going out to get more? You know what I'm saying? I already have a whole storyline that's we've all just dubbed. This is one of the greatest storylines in 30 fucking years. We are 2-3 months away
Greatest
from Mania.
faction that's been out
We
in
we
so
don't
long.
need another person. Now I get it. He could be the face. He could be this. He could be that. Whatever. If you give me a Kofi Mania moment, give me a Kofi Mania moment. We can get fucking Cody down the line. But I definitely think that in this investment, the build to the main event at WrestleMania, if you made it on some Solo Sikoa versus Roman shit, if you made it on some Jey Uso, if you made it even on some fucking the biggest one at this point, I'm telling you right now, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens at Mania, there ain't gonna be a fucking soul that hates that. It'll be bigger than Cody and Roman. I'm telling you right the fuck now. You can let Roman fight Cody. Yo, but not with the build that it had afterwards. They can wrestle in the indies. It's all about the story, bro. That's what we talking about with the characters.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying is they've had huge storylines their entire career together.
I mean, so did Edge and Randy Orton,
Roman,
but he still came back and still gave him another.
Bro. Yeah, Sami Zayn ain't never. I don't give a fuck what other industry he ever wrestled in. Sami Zayn ain't never been as hot as he is right now, ever. NXT. When he was wrestling.
You didn't like the Jackass scenario? I talked about that on Commission Talks when he said, "Hey, do this for the people that love you." Or do you want to go back and do Jackass shit?
Yeah,
that part got me. I was like,
beautiful.
I was like, that's where you know Sammy's about to hit Kevin when he said something like that. Because I thought that was the trigger moment. And then when Sammy hesitated to take the chair and looked at Jay and then hit Roman, I was like, oh shit, we're going back to the Shield type scenario. And the sell to that is what sold me on. I was like, maybe Sammy could be that guy. But I'm sitting there constantly thinking, but it would be temporary. If you get Cody and Roman, it's a longer standpoint because you can put a brand, you can put Cody on the Jay Leno show. You can put him on all these talk shows just like how we got Roman.
But you sound like you want that Triple H Stephanie McMahon best for business shit, though. I'm talking about best for what the fucking is happening. We're watching a story.
That's AEW booking. That's AEW booking. That's man. That's what we call flavor of the month booking standpoint.
Eat a flavor though. I'm saying, but when you get that flavor, and you like that pitch black Mountain Dew.
How long are you gonna want to drink that pitch black?
But this is the thing, Warren. I feel you.
Booking
You're not wrong.
How long was Kofi Kingston's very high run as a champ?
Kofi's was nice. It was a good thing, and it was
just as organic as Sammy.
Sammy's is playing a position to where, I don't think he keep the title for long. I definitely think there's stuff that you can do, and it would be an amazing fucking event. It would even be justification for Roman to take some time off. It would bring a lot of factors. It would even open up, think about it, Roman and The Rock, because when Roman comes back,
you could still bring him. You could still bring him into this.
You could still do a lot of shit, but I'm just saying. It would still bring it would bring the story. You can make sense out of everything. You're asking what would come from Sami Zayn taking the title. I understand that. Sammy would be on some temporary shit. He's not no fucking everybody who takes it at this point is going to be temporary. Nobody
how about
2 years like Roman did.
You do another Money in the Bank and Sammy wins that.
Why? He's already hot now. That's what Steph was talking about. Why do I need to see him get the cat to cash in the thing? He doesn't. He needs to strike when the iron's hot. What CM Punk said. Daniel Bryan. It's the same shit, bro. It's Kofi, Daniel Bryan. It's the same shit. Right now, Sammy's hot. Cody is in a. They just said this shit. Cody's in a bad spot right now because everybody's fucking invested in Sammy and Roman. So when you take Cody and throw him into the mix,
Odd
when he
man
doesn't have
in
nothing
is
to do with the shit,
it's an odd
I'm
man
just-
in that just
bro, I'm
gonna.
telling
Hold
you,
on. That promo Cody gave you, that put him in the storyline. Period.
nah, that's what's
I mean,
working.
but there's still nothing
That's
to
what's
build and
working.
formulate more.
Bro, I'm not
Think of
crazy,
this way:
yo. I'm
the
telling you,
promo
yo.
battle you can get between Cody and Roman. If they let Roman go full on tribal chief Roman mode, he could talk about, aren't you the one that left and took your ass home and whined about, hey, I'm not a main eventer and I got my handout type scenario?
Yeah.
How much you think investments you can get into these promo standpoints? I'm telling you, you're going to get the impact of how we saw Rock and Cena that whole
Warren,
type
you're
of
forgetting
year.
something though, man. You're adding you're doing what WWE is trying to do right now. You're trying to make something work. Nobody's saying that it can't work. But what I'm
I'm
saying is
speaking like in Paul Heyman way. I'm thinking of theories.
Paul Heyman.
I'm not speaking of full on logic facts. I would tell you fell right off the things. I'm making you go, maybe that could work, or maybe that could go
I'm not
that way.
I mean,
denying that, though.
promo run, it'll fill the seats, but tension wise, electrifying wise,
Bro.
it's just not there. Like
Sammy and Roman is there, right? You're going right into Cody on Friday after everything that happened at Rumble. You think he's even fucking thinking about Cody? We have to get through the Roman shit, the
by
Sami Zayn
itself
shit first.
as a standalone.
All of this is happening. Cody Rhodes is a fucking thought in the win to Roman situation right now. Now he has to deal with them. There's no doubt. But that's my point. The build should be the road to WrestleMania.
Roman said if he doesn't get Rock, he better
Warren,
get
you're
Cody
like, nobody
Rhodes.
finished the idea, bro. Yo, listen. Fuck it. Listen, this is what it is, yo. Roman and Sammy have been building this shit for a year. And now the payoff should be at Mania, bro. Yo, listen. Cody
This is some Obi-Wan
just came
Kenobi
back.
and Anakin Fallout.
Luke Skywalker. Yeah, like this. It's literally like this. This is the fucking. He's got no respect. It's the Daniel Bryan shit all over again. He is fucking red hot. Even if he keeps the belt for a week, that pop, that build, that fucking experience that you
Let it
have.
happen at Chamber. Let it happen at Elimination Chamber.
Nah, he ain't gonna take the belt at Chamber, man. It's gotta be a
It's his
big
home. It's his home area.
It would be incredible, but not so close to Mania. If we were in fucking August, that would probably be a decent thing.
They've got to split the belts before anyway, so why not?
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna split the belts before they do Mania because you gotta.
I still
another
think
thing.
Roman's going to drop one title. He's going to be like, "Look, I have no use for this. I've beaten everybody here, and just drop it on the ring."
That would be the worst booking. So you're telling me somebody who hasn't been
It would make him look strong.
Listen, no, hell no. If somebody that hasn't been pinned in 2 fucking years, you're telling me somebody that's built this legacy, this dynamic, the top 5 fucking title holders in the world ever in history. I'm just gonna drop the belt. Okay, that'll be like he quit right now and didn't allow anybody to fucking defend it or whatever or take it from him. It would be a cop out. They built this story, bro. Everybody forgets the fact that Roman has not been fucking pinned in 2 years. You can't just allow some raw shit.
So.
And then I get it. I get what Brian's saying because then it becomes popularity over actual work ethic.
See, that's why I love this debate because I just love the fact that we're going back and forth. But it's so cool because we're just talking about a match. And it's talking about so many scenarios that you can do with this one damn match. Like we got Cody, we got Roman, we got the Bloodline, we got Sammy, we got KO. KO, I really thought did a fantastic job at that Royal Rumble.
KO is so good, man. He's so good, yeah.
Like
I do
people don't realize how much that dude loves this damn business.
You
got 2 guys that literally were doing joke shit all years in the past.
Correct.
Yeah.
They did.
Sammy did a headline match with Johnny Knoxville for a jackass scene, and it was entertaining, but it wasn't a wrestling match how we saw it. Yeah. KO had the biggest payoff last WrestleMania, wrestling his idol, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, personal gain. That was a personal gain.
And
let's be real. It wasn't like it really played him, though.
You headlined one of the most anticipated Royal Rumbles in a long time. And you delivered. Every single person that was in that match delivered. Where Sammy came in the ring. And I love the swerve that they did because Roman sided with Sammy. That was the part that tricked me out a little bit because you remember how he was talking about, didn't I tell you to stay home? Didn't I tell you to do this? And Jay fought him. I said, it was me, Oos. It was me. I'm the one that told him to do it to help to protect the bloodline.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Jay-
why are we talking
Jay
about
did it.
Friday?
Okay.
And it feels like, and it's like kind of like what we talk about with Rhea and Dominic. The weakness to Roman was Sammy. Because Roman really was starting to get rubbed off with Sammy. Like Sammy was starting to be the weakness of Roman because he did not choose with his wise man, Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman's supposed to be his number one. Paul told him, drop Sammy. Roman got told no.
Well, so did Jay. Jay was telling him that before.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Sammy changed all the minds of the bloodline because Roman was thinking this was just going to be a dummy, a used off, and that was it.
So
they got
invested on the
into
KO thing. What if they played on the, instead of him going for the tribal chief, he goes for the tag team. He takes one of the tag team belts, siding back with KO, and putting that friction between that. You know, what if that?
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. I mean,
that thing is KO
definitely
cannot go back as a heel for a long time because fans got so behind him right now, and the way that this Sami Zayn thing is right now. When KO and Sammy win this tag title, it's going to be like they won the world title.
That's why. Like you said, that's going to be the relief that is going to take the attention off of. Yeah, that's the only way you'll take the attention off of Roman and Sammy, and they're going to do Roman and Sammy at Elimination Chamber. There's no doubt about it. And like you said, it'll be like probably like an interference, and it'll be something that'll build it. That'll help build it. I don't know how they're going to do with Jay. That's gonna be interesting to see, like the dynamic they bring with that. Maybe they'll even do like a Jay versus Roman, and then he's realize I'm blood. Hoping. Yeah,
when they said run it back, I'm like, please, I'm begging it. Yes, let that happen because then that can make the Usos like a little bit standish with Roman because Jimmy will side with Jay first thing before anybody.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, they're brothers.
And there's the crumbles of the bloodline, and I feel like the bloodline is fully going to crumble at Mania.
It needs to. It needs to. Not because it's bad, but it needs to because you have to just break up the dynamic. But you got to remember also. I mean, unless they let Roman lose both belts, which I don't think they're going to do. I think. I don't know, man. It's fucking hard, man. It's hard. And
I think night one he's fighting somebody, and night two he'll be fighting Cody.
Oh, you think they're going to do two?
I think he's going to do two matches because he's got two titles.
Then he would have to lose twice. He would have to lose.
They done that with Triple H a long time ago, if anybody remembers.
But Triple H was never undefeated on this streak, man. Roman is
unique in this
way, man.
When he was the Authority, him and Stephanie were the heavyweight champs of the women's and the men's.
You talking about back in the day?
I don't see Big Dog coming off neither title just right now. Maybe
I'm gonna play
devil. Hearing this conversation, and now he's at the pinnacle of I'm tired of being the underdog. I'm tired of just taking the up, and now you have this makeshift promo-based beef. I don't feel like just me. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I don't think he'll lose.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie with you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
People will.
There's a big part of me who doesn't. I think there's a good chance that Roman doesn't lose at Mania, yo. I'm not
Everyone
gonna lie.
will say that Vince is booking the show if that happens. Everyone's gonna say that Vince is booking if he doesn't win.
Roman might not lose at Mania, yo. That's what's fucking crazy, yo. That's crazy. It would be crazy. Be real to Warren, right? It would be some crazy shit.
I would be mad on that one. I'm not even gonna lie. I would be mad about it just because.
But you expecting it? I'm expecting it. Like Stan said, I said that too, Stan. I said that on my other prediction show. Roman might not lose at Mania, man. He might fight Cody. I think. Hear me again. I think Cody needs to be a heel before he does anything big in fucking WWE, yo.
Cody's been a heel for a long time.
I think he should be. I think that's why. Isn't that why he got where he is, though? Isn't that why he dominated? Heel Cody, blonde hair Cody was the reason. Suit and tie Cody, Bullet Club Cody.
Yeah,
he was the reason why.
Because right now, my mind is like, I feel like this becomes they handed it to him right moment. I don't feel like it'll be like a respectable bout.
Glad I'm
You
not
can't
a
say he
voter.
handed it after he got
I
beat
know,
like that with
but you
Gunther.
got to
We
look at
can't-
the
we
way
can't go
he's
with
being
that.
brought. But the way he's being brought in, bro, is what I'm saying. Like you're bringing him in
That's
too
exactly what I
soon
said.
with nothing to build up on. This has to at
That's the
least
same
have
thing we saw with
2
The
to
Rock
3.
and Austin. Nothing was built on them. They had to organically bring themselves up bringing.
But that
Rock,
was a different time period.
Yeah,
where it was just-
yeah, Warren, you're bringing in the thing that's so different in this situation between Rock, Austin, Cena, Rock, everybody. Roman Reigns is this. What he's doing is so different than any of those other positions, man. He's been dominant for 2 fucking years. There's nothing. That's why I feel this way. It's the same thing, man. Just like Stead is saying.
I think 2 years is enough.
I
That's
do
just my
too.
opinion.
I do too, to a degree, but I think it has to be done right because the payoff, fucking Bray Wyatt, it's the payoff has to matter. All of this build to just have some shit done. Oh, he just came in and got it. Now Roman's going to lose both belts, so he has to be pinned twice after he hasn't been pinned in 2 years. Immediately, bro. Listen, it has to make sense, man. It has. If Roman doesn't lose the titles, I said this, and my boy Derek, he was saying, like you're saying, he's going to lose one and then be grandfathered into the other title, which makes sense. But I also think Roman should just lose both belts. And I think you should separate them on the next person who gets them, because then it'll allow, like I said, Roman can go. The bloodline can deteriorate. I think that it'll build so much more story than if you just this big ass build and then just have Cody beat him one night and then fucking next pay-per-view, maybe he fights, some other random person. Like I think
AJ Styles comes in the next pay-per-view and then takes it off.
Right?
He never got hurt. If Randy never got hurt, I think Randy could have been the guy.
Right. I agree.
That would have been nice too.
I'm a big Randy fan, man.
Roman might not lose some fucking titles at Mania, though. I wouldn't be shocked. I'll tell you that right now. Roman might take that shit to fucking SummerSlam and fight The Rock, and The Rock beats him for the title. Listen, man, it's a possibility.
I love the fact
I'd rather see that
would
shit at
win.
SummerSlam than I would Mania. I'd rather see that shit at SummerSlam than I would
You would
Mania.
rather see Rock at SummerSlam than Mania?
Win the titles? Yeah, I'm be honest with you.
Rock's never really won titles at Mania. That's the biggest milestone for Rock. He's always lost the title at Mania.
It's got to be a big thing, man.
You remember when The Rock won
the
the titles? He lost to
at least
Triple
I'll
H
be
at
shocked.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, you're right. If Roman
Rock's
wins
never
the title,
won the title at WrestleMania. Never.
Yeah. No, I believe. No. Wait. Yeah, that's right. He didn't.
Nope.
When he fought Stone Cold as Hollywood Rock. Yeah, he
Every single time he's lost the title at WrestleMania. He's always been a champion at WrestleMania and lost it.
Listen, guys. This has actually been fucking great conversation, man. Thank you guys so much. We've been going for 2 hours. I love this shit. And Roman, Warren, I don't even know how you're still doing it. You was doing it even before we were doing it. But I love this talk. Oh, yeah, the Zoa. He a Rock fan, boy. Do you like them? The Zoa drinks?
Oh,
They
yeah.
good? They taste good?
They're not. They don't have sugar in them. And I'm on this no sugar for 3 months right now since Cody wanted to go to 9% body fat. I'm going back to being that way again.
There you go.
These are my sodas right now.
That's what's up, bro. Yeah, I've been drinking seltzer waters, trying to cut sugar slowly but surely. I'm trying to do something, man. I've been on and off for a year now.
These are the good ones to go to.
Yeah, them sparkling. Yeah.
Sparkling
you know what I
ice.
like? I like cans, bro, because cans stay colder. I don't like bottles because especially when you're drinking like fizzy shit, because it loses the fizz when you keep opening it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I love cans. But guys, listen, I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for coming back on. We're gonna do a lot of Wrestle Talks, man. We're gonna be talking this shit. I can't wait.
We'll do a part
you see
50.
this, bro, forever, bro. I love it, man. It's so much fun because man, we love wrestling, and it's just so much fun. I want you guys to get on. We'll have a bigger panel. Raven was supposed to be on. She'll be on with us next time. But hey, Beeline, I almost forgot I was talking to y'all for a minute. I thought it was in the phone call and shit. Listen, y'all been watching us live. It's like fucking 5 people watching right now. Listen, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in. We're gonna see what happens this week. I'm gonna do another live. I'm gonna try to get a day where I can just continually do the Wrestle Talks. I got so much going on right now. It's hard to fucking keep track, but thank you guys so much. Make sure you go follow DJ Steady with a Who They Want podcast. We doing the podcast soap opera, baby. In the garden by the bayou. I hope y'all seeing the messages and stuff like that. We got it fucking popping right now. It's going crazy. We're gonna have the Yeah, we're gonna bring that. Instead, we're gonna work on that logo, man, and get it out to the people, man.
Let's
We're gonna
go.
make that shit beautiful.
Okay,
My
bro.
man Warren Marlowe, he's still on the line with your boy Brian V. Yo, Warren, you got any wrestling stuff coming up, bro?
We just did commission talks this today. I will be live again tomorrow night, and my weekly episode will be on Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
Killing it, man.
8 o'clock tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that one because I got a good friend of mine, Gregory Hall. He's going to talk about pH level for the goods and the bads of what your body needs and how to find stuff that doctors don't inform you regarding cancer. So tune into that 8 p.m. Eastern time. Like I said, I got my weekly episode Friday. That's going to be a really good one, especially for my parents out there. You know, kids, we all struggle on teaching our kids how to swim and stuff like that. That one's going to be an awesome episode. I've got an instructor that's been doing this for over 20 years. Very experienced, was training with the military. Now she works with the youth and teaching kids not only to paddle backwards with their backs laying up, like how all the kids usually are now. And that one's going to be a really cool one Friday.
That's awesome. That's awesome, bro. Yeah, so
And
I'm
also
glad to hear everybody
listen
staying.
talks on Wednesdays, every Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm glad everybody's staying busy, and we're all killing it in this podcast shit right now, bro. I never thought I'd be here, 3 years ago or whatever. I'm so happy to be
I'm
meeting
very
you
proud
guys.
of you, man. You've grown insane. I'm proud of you.
Bro, we all have, man. We all have. It's crazy. We all watching like shit. This is like my third fucking show this day. I got another show tomorrow. We killing it, man. But yo, Beeline, I love you guys. Till next time, stay true, stay positive, pay attention, baby. And if you see somebody walking in your door, you hit them with the kick and the stutter, like Austin, not fucking KO, but KO my boy too. Yo, I'll holler at y'all, man. I love y'all, bro. All right, y'all. 3.